Hey, what's up, Sean? Welcome in. Welcome back in, City Flyer. How you doing? Welcome in, guys. So last time we actually flipped it right here at the top, trying to get out of this. I mean, I've done it before where I've winched to that tree, but maybe this frame is just barely too short that it can't reach. I don't know. Yeah, it can't really reach either one of them, which is kind of odd. I'm going to try and go a little bit more to the left here. Trying not to flip as I ease it back down. Probably will. Oh, I think we got it. There we go. Mr. iDrive Mason, welcome in, guys. How you doing? So I guess we'll give it a check. What are we at? 69%. We got 22 things left to do. Hey Zeb, welcome in. I don't exactly remember why I needed fuel. Because I thought I had the burlak with fuel, but I don't know why I need fuel. Let me check actually. So where is the burlak? Is it out of fuel? Oh, 93. Okay, so it's basically out of fuel. And our truck is where? Oh, right here. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. We'll go to the fuel station here and then drive down the road, drop some fuel off here, and then we're good to go. So we don't actually need that much, but yeah, it's definitely closer to grab this one. Excuse me. iDrive says, me? Good. How was your weekend? My weekend was good. I was thinking about playing Red Dead today. I was watching Nacho play it yesterday for a bit. I haven't played that game, I don't think. Well, I did play with him a couple weeks ago, but I haven't played that game other than that in probably like 2 years, maybe? And it just, I don't know. It's kind of been calling my name, I guess. Just sounds fun. And actually the first one is on sale right now on Steam. I think I might get that. I wanted to get it back when it came out in October, but I was just kind of like, well, we'll see if maybe I could get it for free. But nah, I'm too small for that. No, they don't know who I am. But I played the first one on Xbox, beat that one. Literally did everything you could do on there. Wait, that was in the wrong thing. Fuel station, there we go. I beat the game to 100% and the Undead Nightmare part to 100% as well. I literally did everything you possibly could. But 2, I don't know, I feel like I don't want to make progress because there's so much to do that I don't know, I guess I have like FOMO in those games, fear of missing out on stuff. And so I like just basically stop playing them at a certain point because I'm like, well, I don't want to do this because then I might miss this item, and if I do this, I'll miss that, and then I just kind of don't do anything. I had it on the 360, can still play it with the backwards compatibility. Very nice. Yeah, I own it on 360 as well, although I'm not sure if my 360 still works. I think it does. I let my nephews play with my Xbox One a couple of years back, and then one day I went to turn it on. It would turn on, but the screen was just black. So I don't know. I think I tried different HDMI cables, and that wasn't it, so I don't know what it would be. I don't know if it's the Xbox or it's like something loose with the connection or something, but I think my Xbox One might be broke, but my 360 is still good, I'm pretty sure. RXY, welcome in. Yeah, I kind of rushed RDR2 and missed out a lot of the free roam stuff. That's the thing too, is because like I want to make progress with the game, right? And so I try to do stuff when I'm not like you don't want to record everything, right? Like that'll get kind of boring. So I might like go hunting or something, but then like I'll run across a random event, and I get, well, some of them aren't random, I guess, right? Like there are random ones, but other ones aren't. Like you have to be in a certain spot at a certain time, meet a certain person, kind of thing. And so I'm always like, well, do I just record everything and then cut it out later, or you know what I mean? Like you never know. Like I basically avoid all of those situations because I'm like, I'm not recording right now. I don't want to talk to this person in case they somehow start up some weird quest that I then miss the first 3 minutes of or whatever. So I don't know, I guess FOMO is definitely the right word for it. Fear of missing out on stuff. And so I just like lock up. I just don't do anything. This episode's tried to postpone the end as long as I could in RDR2. Yeah, I'm only in chapter 3. And I played it for like, I think, well, honestly, if I'm just making a honest guess, I don't really know. I think I played it on and off for about 1.5 years, and now I haven't played it for about 2 full years. So I've had it for like 3.5 years, and I've played it for, you know, you can kind of do the math. If I'm only in chapter 3, you know, 50 hours, 100 hours, like, you know what I mean? Something not that crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first one, but I feel like the first one doesn't have as much missable things. But I also, during the first one, I wasn't recording at the time, or like making content, so it's just kind of like, well, I'll just play it, and if I miss something, I can go back and play it, and it's not as big of a deal. It's hard too, because I actually bought the game again. I bought it on Steam and then I bought it on Epic, but since they both use their Rockstar launcher, because some companies are lame like that, basically I couldn't play it on one and then play it on the other like separate. Like the saves, like I could click on the Steam one and load into it, and it would be the exact same as my Epic save. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. It was weird. And that's not even for the online. That was the actual story, and I was like, how does that even work? Alright, let's fill up the Ford. Actually, yeah, I can leave that roof rack a little bit, because we're going to go past the fuel station, I think. Wait a second, did I missed the turn there, didn't I? I think I was supposed to turn here and go down. Let me see here. Okay, that's chemical barrels, but what about the... What was the other one? Did I deliver it? What do I have on here? Oh, the 3 consumables are for the other map. Okay, yeah, we're good. We'll stop and get fuel quick when we can. Hey, Mr. Marty, welcome in. But even trying to not miss stuff, I know, like, I guess some of it's not like totally missable, but it's missable by becoming like available way later or something. I guess there's a way in like chapter 2 you can get a gun that you can't get until like chapter 4 or something. And there's a machete that you can get that you can't get until way later as well. And I missed both of those, I think. Hey Snake, hey Snowy, welcome in guys. Snowy says, I made it. You did, you made it. We're only 10 minutes in too, so you're not too late. I have a feeling we're gonna get stuck again. We've had issues climbing this rock right up here. Let's try and unpack the trailer. I guess that does our truck bed as well. Just trying to work on finishing up the last couple of tasks and stuff we got, Snake, so we're dropping off 3 chemical barrels here. I think I'm going to try, I don't even know what the contest entails on this one. I remember it's far in the north, though. I might see if I can use the earth roamer or something for that. But I think if once we've done that, we should have, I believe, just the Royal BM17. Oh no, we're about to flip. Oof. I think we just have like the Royal BM17 to move and maybe something else. I think that's getting close to it. Yeah, unpacking the cargo makes it lighter, Snake, if you didn't know. Well, I guess not technically every cargo, but 99%. I think the only one, this could be out of date now, but the only one that didn't used to is the wood planks. Just the small wooden planks. The bigger ones did still do it. Pretty much every cargo in the game is lighter when it's unpacked, though. So it's kind of a little cheat code to make it easier. I'm gonna pack it quick just to get it back on the trailer. Oh no! Oh crap! I'm alt F4ing. Where is it? No. I deleted my cargo. I hope it didn't save. We had an extra consumable on there on our pickup truck. When I packed it, because I didn't take it off, it just deleted it. I hope it didn't save. I didn't see if it did. You knew that was gonna happen? Shh, you guys didn't see anything. The game crashed. I don't know, it's weird. Never had that happen before. Brand new computer, game crashed. Mr. Robert, welcome in. I cannot help you doing any running in the snow, but I do have a Discord server where there's people looking for other people. So if that is of interest to you, you can check that out. I know I mentioned that to you in a comment already. Let's see if that worked at all. Who did I miss? Yeah, Alt F4. Oh, look at that. We still have our load. Wait, why is it super laggy? What is going on? Oh, there we go. We good? Okay, came back. Alright. Let's not do that again. Okay. Like I wouldn't care if my cargo fell off and I had to pick it back up or something, but when it just deletes it, then it's like, man, come on, I drove it all the way here. Like, I don't know, it feels like the game's just scamming you at that point. So the game thinks there's nothing nothing there when the cargo is not attached. It still has weight, Snake, it's just not as much. I don't know any of the weights really offhand, but I'm trying to think of one. I think, like, I could have this number wrong, but I think, say, for example, the concrete slabs, I want to say those are like 2.5 tons packed, but unpacked, they're like a ton. That sounds wrong, actually, because I think the slate blocks are 2.5. No, those are 3. Those are 3 tons packed. Oh, we're jumping. 3 tons packed, so 2.5 might be right. Actually, I think it might be 2 to 1. It might be like a 2 ton pack, 1 ton unpacked. Something like that. I blew my suspension again though, god dang it. Alright, so this time I'm going to move this off the way. Now I can pack. There we go. And now we still have this one here we can put back on. Yeah, the straps are really heavy. Basically, it's just strap weight. 1,000 pounds, or no, that'd be 2,000, wouldn't it? Mr. Whalen, welcome in. Missed you there. Adam, I don't know if I said you as well. I know I stopped in here as quick. I was planning on coming back, and then I didn't. Alt F4 Task Manager to quit it, yep. I pushed Alt F5, and I'm like, wait, where's my oh, okay, wrong key. So I had it just a little bit off. King Blaze, welcome in. I wonder if I have an Earth Roamer on the other side of the gateway over here. Oh my gosh, we're just pulling that rock with us. If so, then I could fix the truck on the other side. I don't think we have a spot to fix the truck around here. Yeah, Snowy says lift it with the crane and then pack it. So that's what you have to do. You have to get it off the truck, because if it's like close there, for some reason it deletes it. So you have to like lift it far enough out of the pack zone so that the game doesn't like just delete it. Oh no. Oof. That was a rough landing there. No damage somehow. Alfredo, welcome in. I played FS25 with cloud gaming on my Xbox One. Very nice. Yeah, I heard it became available August 1st, which is 3 days ago. So Friday. Right? Sunday, Saturday, Friday, yeah. Yeah, we kept the cargo too. That didn't... It's about to fall off, but it didn't quite yet. Yeah, there it goes. How did you like it, Alfredo? Have you ever played it before? Good, but not a lot of mods, though. Yeah, compared to 22, or I guess any of the older ones, just because they've had years of mod making. This one's got about 9 months now. Alright, we're gonna run to the fuel station. I know we're not super low, but we'll top up. I didn't fill the roof rack all the way up either, knowing that I'd come here, so... You reinstalled 22. Snake, are you still out fishing, or you're back now? I know you said you're going with the kids fishing over the weekend. I assume you're probably back since it's Monday, but might have an extra long weekend as well. Let's see if I can pull a tight turn here, actually. You're home now? Okay. Did you guys do fairly well? Not good? Great. I was thinking about getting into construction sim, but not sure I will like it. At least for the price they want it. Yeah, and they're not going to be doing any more updates to it. The last, or I should say like DLC stuff. The last time they had a DLC for it was December last year. They basically rushed out 3 of them, and then we're like, all right, here's all the DLC. We're jeez, that's not good. I can't believe I just did that. Attach winch. Possibly. That's not gonna work, is it? Oh, here we go. Not my fault this time. Yeah, so they wanted to kick out like the last 3 DLCs, and so they in like November, December last year, they had like 3 of them in a matter of about a month, and then they were like, yeah, we're done. We're working on another game now. It's called Seafarer, I think. But it's a pretty fun game. It's just, you know, with knowing that it's not gonna get any more content, it's kind of, like you said, the price has probably got to come down a little bit. I don't even know what it is, but just knowing that it's not going to be worked on, basically. No, let me try. Well, I don't want to restore the crane because then I can't probably use it. Well, we'll try. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I was gonna say I don't want to restore the crane because then I can't use it to prop myself up as much, but yeah, that's all she wrote. Unless I can pull... Nope. Wow. Okay, do I have an earth roamer on the other side? Because I have to fix this one anyways. Okay. Not super close. Oh yeah, that one's on the water. I was like, where's that at? Okay. And then what do we have here? That one's got no parts left. That one doesn't have any repairs. That one we have to recover at some point. Yeah, let's just go with the one here, I guess. It's 40 bucks. Duarte, welcome in. Zero G, welcome in. I don't know if I said that for either of you guys. Caught a lot of bass and perch, threw them back in. Did not get any salmon, I think. That's kind of a bummer, but that's fishing, right? I don't think I need this trailer anymore, so I'm going to detach that too. Okay. I remember going up north when I was a kid and catching a bunch of perch. There used to be, well, I mean, I guess obviously the lake is still there, but it used to be really good fishing on this one lake. About like March or April, right before the ice melted. We'd catch huge crappies and perch. Yeah, perch are good eating. I'm trying to think if I've ever... I don't think I've ever really even had a fish that wasn't good eating. I suppose I just heard from other people. Like, oh yeah, you don't want that. But yeah, perch, walleye, northern, bass, lake trout. I've had some eel pout before. I think I've had whitefish, but it was like we cooked it with a lot of butter, so it's probably partly how you cook it. You know what, like, I think it had a bunch of butter, and then they put like, I want to say it was like lemon pepper, so it's kind of like zesty lemon flavored with like pepper, I guess. It's all in the name, but it wasn't bad either. But yeah, some of them taste a little bit more. I know, because if you say fishy, that's like, people are like, ew, you know, it's like a bad flavor, but some of them definitely taste more like different. Flatfish are the best. Oh, I didn't even, yeah, sunnies, bluegills, crappies, those are all good as well. Pumpkin seeds. Sunfish are your least favorite? Actually, so I don't think I've ever had a sauger before, which those are, there's probably multiple types, but I know I've caught one of those, or my brother has actually. And I was like, well, what is that? Never seen that fish before. Never had that. But I think pretty much all the other fish that we've ever caught, like, we've cooked. It says plius with lemon, if that's pronounced correctly. I'm not sure what that is. Rather pick the bones out of the pike than eat sunfish. I don't mind sunfish. Again, it might be the way that they're cooked, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's kind of a flatfish. Okay, I've never heard of that one. Actually, now I'm thinking of another one. I've heard carp are pretty bad. They're bottom feeders, so they just eat all the crap. North Sea fish. I assumed it was something more local because I've never heard of it, but you know, there's some, like, they have a cousin or you know, like a related type of fish. So I was like, maybe there's something here that's kind of similar, same family or whatever. Yeah, I've never heard of that kind. I just thought about this. I didn't get fuel. Well, I guess it's just up the road there, so we shouldn't have to worry. This is probably fuel here too. What do I have in my truck? Nope, nothing. Okay. Let's go get some repairs. What is this? Oil barrel? I think I remember doing that actually now. Okay, repair this. Wrong thing. Okay, my full. Everything's full, everything's repaired, alright. Has anybody in here ever had carp? I don't think anybody really eats those, do they? Alright. I know a guy that loves bottom feeders, says it's all about getting while the water is really cold, but I don't know. Except because he does not like carp. I remember when I was a kid, when we would go to the lake, and we would always find like dead carp just like thrown about on the ice for like the birds or foxes or whatever to get them, because they're just like an invasive species, like the I think they're called Asian carp or something. But there would be people who would just catch them and just throw them out on the ice and let whatever animal wants to eat it eat it. Carp equals crap. Yeah, no, I heard they're really bad tasting and they're invasive and stuff, so people just catch them and throw them on the ice. But yeah, I remember there was one time when I went, there was like a huge pile of them. Like, man, probably, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I would say there's probably like 75, like, pretty big carp just thrown into a big pile out on the ice. Too many bones. Hey Adrian, welcome in. We are attempting to drop off some chemical barrels, but I flipped over our truck after getting some fuel, so we're bringing both repairs and a truck to flip it back over. It's right next to the fuel station, so we don't have any extra fuel, but we'll get there soon. Flail. Magic carp, yeah. Hey, that thing, Magic Carp went into Gyarados. That's one of the cooler ones, so can't hate on Magic Carp for that. Because, I mean, who doesn't love Gyarados? Yeah, exactly. Adam knows. Don't eat Magic Carp, it becomes Gyarados. Becomes really strong at some point. It's funny because isn't its only like attack like Splash or something, like something stupid? So it's got like basically no defense or no attack at all, but then becomes like one of the most powerful ones. Oh wait, did I? Bricks for the warehouse. Have I started that? Oh, okay. Yeah, raising one into a Gyarados is definitely a pain, because I think you have to like basically leave it in your training group for like 20 levels or whatever the heck it is, so that it finally is able to evolve. Oh, train to level 20, okay. Something like that, yeah. Okay, stop here, repair. 89, dang. Okay. Eastern European carp is popular. Is that, do you think that's because there's not much other like good fish around in the lakes, or do they actually prefer that over some of the other stuff that could be available? Adam says I still have a good RYB playthrough. I don't know what RYB stands for. Is that Ruby or something? I know there's different like versions of the game. I think R and B, is it red, yellow, blue? The three, like the basically the OG games? Is that what that is? No idea. Neither do I. I thought, because obviously, like, if there's a scarcity of something, like if there's no good other fish, then yeah, they probably would eat that one, and it'd be kind of basically whatever's available. But I don't know either. Again, I've never had carp, so I'm not sure. I've just heard that it's not very good. It's like allowing yourself to get slapped in the face 30 or 20 times a day for 2 weeks. Yeah. Just get smacked in the face for no reason, but then eventually you become jacked. How are you doing, Stu? All I remember is Pikachu, but everyone knows Pikachu, yeah. I paid attention when it first came out, so I know like the first 151, but I couldn't even name all of them. I could probably get you to like maybe 100, something like that. Is Season 11 worth it to buy? I would say they're all worth it depending on how much you like the game, but some people, well, yeah, some people probably debate you on some of them, like 7. And I probably would agree if you don't really like the game that much, because 7 can be a major pain in the butt. But I would say probably pretty much all the other seasons, if I were to say like which ones to maybe avoid, I would say 7, 8, 9, and probably 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4 can probably be too difficult for some folks. And then 7, 8, 9 can just be kind of annoying with like all the racing, the farming, and the water. All the other seasons outside of that, I would say, are probably recommended for anybody who likes the game. Doing better than yesterday? That's good to hear, Stu. I don't fish, I don't eat fish. I only eat Mama's fish head and salmon egg stew. Can't say I've ever had fish egg, or fish head. I don't know if I've had fish eggs either, like caviar, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't mind Tamir. Stu says Tamir sucks. I know Zing doesn't like Tamir either. I don't really like the seismic vibration missions that we have to do, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, Mr. Samuel and Muhammad, welcome in. What do you guys think? Season 11 worth it, yes or no? I think for a lot of people, especially if you're European, because that's more of a home, like, map, you know? Like, it's closer to home. The problem with Season 11 is to have one good vehicle. Yeah. And I would say even the good vehicle is kind of... Like, it's a good scout vehicle. Good for the basically having the chain tires on the ice, and then like the tire size, like just how big they are. But other than those, it's not really that useful. Like, you're most of the time better off with like a bigger normal truck anyways. So I don't know. Samuel says, hey y'all. I don't know, not there yet. For Snake. Actually, he did say yes. Adam did. Red, yellow, blue. Oh, geez. Okay, that's what I thought. I had the blue. The Blastoise. Oh, no. Which is funny because I was just raving about Gyarados, and Blastoise is another strong water one. Okay. Zing's done Tamir 10 times, so that's part of it, yeah. Went to Tamir, rescued the taiga, left. I mean, I kind of did the same thing with, like, Kola. Went to Kola Peninsula, stole the Ford. I think I definitely rescued the actaeon because we use that for logs, but I think we also got the warthog when we were there, and we just threw it in the garage. Wait, why didn't that pack? I guess I didn't hit it again. Okay. Anybody else want to weigh in? Season 11, yes, no? Mediocre? Doesn't Kola have those little baby trucks? Tuz trucks? Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Tuz 166 and the Tuz 16. Wait, Tuz 166? No, Tuz 108, sorry. Tuz 166 is the Scout. Okay, where are we headed with this? I gotta pause this. Oh, is that it? Chemical barrels. Visit here. Let's get rid of all the points we got. And drop it off at... Wait, the dock's way over there. Why? Oh my gosh. That's so far away. What the heck? Okay. Wait, is that... No, that's not chemical barrels. Hang on, that's a different one. We have... Is it the last one? Oil barrels, vehicle spare parts, oil barrels. There we go, consumables. Okay, I was in the wrong spot. So we gotta drop it off here. Then I might as well pick that up, right? Wherever it was. Let me find that again. Visit here. And then... Here. Oh, is this... No, it can be done in any order, it looks like. Then there, and then finally drop it off way over here. That seems like a decent route. Okay, let's top up the fuel real fast. Is that both? Yep, okay. Ready for Thursday night, Vicksburg to Memphis. Okay. Have a safe drive, Mr. Samuel. When I get the Warthog, I drive to the garage and pretend it's not there anymore. I could grab that, but I don't know where that's going. That's just fuel. But I actually think that would make me overloaded. So I'll leave it for now. Instead of buying those trucks, I'm going to every region and stealing them and then leaving. Yeah, I mean, it's... You can do that, why not? What do you think about Roadcraft? I don't think they sell very well. I think Roadcraft's done really well. There's a lot of people who don't normally play these types of games who've been playing it, so... I think they've done really good. But I think it's a pretty fun game. I don't know, once I beat it, which I've done now, I was planning to replay it and make some better roads, because I kind of rushed through it the first time to get like all of the upgrades and the vehicles and stuff, mostly for content reasons. But I was going to go back and make all the nice roads, and then now my computer broke and I just never did. And now I'm like basically missed a month of content, so... Don't think I will, unless maybe when hard mode comes out. Yeah, I don't really see the replayability, because once you make good roads, you're not going to want to overwrite that save. Like, you know? So, I don't know, I can't... Like, I could see playing by yourself once, playing with friends maybe, and then maybe with hard mode, but that's like if you really like it, obviously. For most people, they'll probably play it once, and that's it. Because I don't think there is really much replayability there. Which was actually probably my main concern a year ago when it was just announced. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to be able to... Wait, I gotta keep going down here, don't I? Yikes. Okay. Wait, actually no, I just need one of these. I'm going to pull this up here and drop the trailer then. But yeah, I was kind of saying the same thing for a couple months before it came out. Like, I don't know if it's going to be sort of a one and done, or it's going to be something where you're really going to want to keep playing. So I don't know. I call it tastefully repurposing without permission. Okay, Stu said, when I buy the Warthog, Oh, that was Stu that said that. I read that one already. Currently working on the Titanic effort with low-powered trucks. Trying not to break up my truck as I'm reading. This stuff is so rough right here. It's been like 2 hours. Elvis week, August 8th to 16th. Okay. Is Elvis from Memphis or something? I don't know where he's from. Oh, that one went flying. Luckily it didn't take us with it. That would suck to have another truck go in the drink like that. Gaming with Olsen, welcome in. Sorry I'm behind, still trying to catch up here. One problem I have with Roadcraft is that you can't put sand on the bridges and makes it almost impossible to make a pyramid. I was kind of disappointed with the sand height that you could go. I thought you could go higher. So, I mean, it is pretty good, but yeah, just obviously the higher the better, right? The more you can cover, the more stuff you can do. Because it's probably like 2.5 stories worth, but you know, it could be 3 or 4, 5, 6. Oh no. Wait, why am I not able to deliver this? Oh, it's the contract, right? Okay. There we go. Time to back up. Can't believe they're making a year 5. Yeah, I don't think they've confirmed that yet, Olsen. As far as I know, it's just been found in the game files, but hasn't been confirmed. I could have missed it, but... compared to SnowRunner, I don't think it sold very well. That I'm not sure about. Mercer's your next victim of steal it, throw it in the garage, and probably never use. I'm lagging in the Roadcraft department. Haven't put out a video in a while. I've seen you put out a couple of hard mode videos, I just haven't been able to watch them. Jeez. I don't really care personally. I would like a few more years of SnowRunner. So cool to look up at the sky when it's doing that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people, because obviously a lot of people that watch me, you know, the game is 5 years old at this point. They've been playing it for a while. They're pretty big fans of it, so they wouldn't care either. Most people, I think. There is the occasional, I just got into the game, I hope they keep making content kind of person, but it's kind of rare these days. Most people have usually been here for a while. The trucks in Roadcraft look like cartoons. I think they can, and I think that's... I think the ones here in SnowRunner can too, depending on the different paint and skins. And I do think they make them look kind of cartoonish or like kind of ridiculous with some of the skins. They're just like, you wouldn't see a truck looking like that, but that appeals to more people. You know, like, for example, the pink and purple trucks. Do you think you're ever going to see a pink and purple truck out at a job site? Probably not, but is there some girl who's, you know, 10 years old, might be playing the game with their dad or whatever, and they're like, oh, I want a pink one, you know, like, I don't know. I see why they do it, but yeah, some of them look really ridiculous. There we go. Barely got that. Jeremiah, welcome in. Trevor Murphy changed his photo from Colorado Rockies to the Denver Broncos. Very nice. Welcome in. The good smell of the F750. Or wait, F750's 460 FE. I don't know what that means. Engine, maybe? Saw a guy with the Kenworth W900 with green lights. I feel like you're talking about real life, but maybe that would be something that somebody could like mod into the game. I don't know. Correct. Okay, I was like, I don't know what that means. Real life, okay. That's what I assumed. I was like, I can't see that really being a thing, but then again, if you know what you're doing, I could see you putting a light, you know, like just like a tail light, changing the color to green, throwing a couple of them under the bottom of the truck or something, but I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Alright, Stu says, yes, still using mod trucks, but the kind Zing would approve of. Zing is one of the more strict ones on the mods. Well, I mean, I guess he would, I would say he would approve of them, but he would like look down on them or something at the same time. Like, yeah, go ahead, use what you want, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I suppose I'm kind of the same, because I tell people to like play however you have fun playing, and like don't worry about what other people say and stuff like that. Like, if you're having fun using a truck that's crazy overpowered, go right ahead, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really interest me. I wouldn't, like, you know. So I pretty much disapprove of all mods for myself, but approve of all mods for others, if that makes sense. I don't know. No bobbleheads or buffs, and three separate loads, I think. I think I gotta go to the right. I'm spending more time repairing my trucks and bogging down. Yeah. That's honestly probably the worst thing about this season for me so far. Everything just destroys my trucks. I thought it would get better, and I guess it has. The first, like, 3 days probably on this game were so rough. Everything that I hit on the ice was destroying my truck. Oh no, no, stop. Yeah, everything was destroying my truck. I'd lose the suspension, and then the fuel tank would go, I'd blow a tire, and then I'd have to come out and repair it, and then it would do the same thing in 5 minutes. One time it actually happened in 5 seconds. I repaired the truck, and then I drove it like, I don't know, 15 meters, and then it was totally broke again. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I got the repair truck right here. It's like, come on. Okay. I actually have a bridge here, so I'm not going to go across. There is an ice path right up here you can see, but... as an IRL mechanic and tow operator, I can confirm the small burnt oil and axle grease on the F-Series truck. I would have thought they would let you make custom emblems for your truck by now. You probably can if you know, like, I guess what you're doing, kind of. Like, you could just make it into a sticker, right? Like, or even probably take a normal sticker that's in-game and modify it, put your own logo on it, and then save it as the same one. So it would be like, what do they say, like Riding Dirty or something, like on one of those stickers. Just put that on there, or like Tough Driver or something like that. It would still show up in the game as that, but you'd had replaced the actual file. Oops, to be something different. Alright, so I think we're going out here, dropping off one of these consumables, and then picking up 3 can't remember the name of it. Chemicals. I was like, hazardous materials, what is it called? SnowRunner, Fallout, Skyrim, the only games I use mods. All my first-person shooters are vanilla. Abaxa, welcome in. Josh, welcome in as well. Wait, is this right here? Okay, one of them's over there. I have to bring the trailer with me anyways, I guess, so. Broke the C500 twice. Or Tamir did, I should say. Let's be honest about this, what shapes Americans would have in the custom emblems. What shapes? I think I know where you're going with this, but Timber breaks everything, says Stu. There are companies that can make you a custom emblem. I gotta try and get across here. I've gotten stuck on this before. Okay, there we go. There are companies that can make you custom emblems that resemble factory emblems. Yeah, I guess there's a market for everything, isn't there? Have you heard of have you used the Near Northern Region map? No, I have not. People always ask, or I shouldn't say always ask, but I get asked fairly often what my favorite mod map is, and I always reply with the same thing: I don't play any mod maps. If I want to play another map, I just play a different game usually. I'm not, like, I'm so far behind on here that I'm pretty much just playing my own hard modes. So I have this one, and I have another one that's in Season 6. We've been playing that for like 2 years and about 3 months now. Wait, is it here? No, it's down in the water here. Okay. Okay, I see it now. 2 years and 3 months, and I'm only in Season 6. So I'll either play this one or I'll play that one. If I want to play something different, I'll just play a different game. I played highway hauling one time. This is way back when the map probably first came out. Drove down the road like 100 miles an hour, and speed and SnowRunner don't mix. Flipped my truck and was like, yeah, not for me. Never played another mod map again. Actually, no, that's a lie. There is one that I've downloaded that was supposed to be like a testing grounds, and I drove around a little bit and then deleted it, and I have all of my saves, like save slots taken up, so I guess technically I've played with two. Dean, welcome in. Actually, my other games are vanilla RPGs, FPSs. It's really unfortunate the Ford can't tow that 2-slot scout trailer. Like the large scout trailer, whatever it's called, because they have like the 1-slot kind of skinny scout one, they have the 2-slot, and then they have like a 2-slot off-road. I've never played a mod map. I just abuse the mod trucks. Run all over vanilla trucks. Yeah. It's fair. Like I said, whatever you have fun with. There's more than enough regions for me to play the normal game. So I don't have the time or the need to play a mod map. What's up, Zing? Welcome in. Rod, welcome in. Wait, that is the turn. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and turn around here. Oh wait, there's a bedroom community task over here? Or is this something I've already started? Looks like something I gotta drop off. Oh, I've never started that one. Alright. What do we gotta do? Wait, what? Did I miss it? Ice road, toxic trail, oil guys in a bind, rough day, running on empty, snowbird, pipeline to the future, skywatch, housing in the it must be housing in the boonies, right? Yep, bedroom community. 4 more medium planks, great. I thought I was done with those. Rip. I left the trailer too. I was thinking we were getting close to being done, and now that means we're pretty far away still. Because that right there is like a whole episode or even 2. Well, actually, no, that's... Because it's only 4 individual logs, so I guess I'll just overload it. I haven't overloaded at all logs in this one. I've done them all separate, but I don't want to make a special trip for 1 log. like a single log. Alright, we'll turn around here in this parking lot, I think. Hey, Mr. Matty, welcome in. Wow, that's really deep there. Ontario map is my favorite logging and oil field hauling. Which semi is fast in snow? Do you know what truck it is? I'm not sure if you're asking me or sort of trying to tell me. Because it kind of sounds like a question, but also, do you know what truck it is? Like, you know the answer. I don't know. Vanilla trucks call me crazy. But I like the BM17. Yeah, the BM17 is just too tippy for me. I don't mind it overall as a truck, but pretty much once I have better ones, I stop using it. Like, I'll use it, you know, through Alaska, maybe Tamir, maybe early on in Michigan if I like went there and got it or something, or you know, maybe like I used it in Yukon on my one where I was using all of the trucks in the correct like areas, North America versus European. What truck is good in the snow? Is there really only one here? Okay. Probably something like the 605R. I don't really know. I'm trying to think of maybe because I know like the K7M obviously, but that's, you know, that has big tires. I would assume the Mastodon would probably be pretty good. Obviously the Tatran. But you said semi, so I'm not sure. Maybe you're talking about the what is that one that just came to Steam? Or Epic, sorry. The Navistar, maybe? I'm gonna shut the truck off for a second. Okay, I thought there would be multiple of these spawning in. Is that wrong? It's double oil. 3 chemical barrels. So is there 2 more? Oh, we gotta search the area to find them. Okay. I'm not seeing anything pop up. Okay. Is that one? No. I don't think so. So I don't see any other ones here. Oh, that kind of looks like it might be something right there. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go down the road. Oh wait, there's 2 pickup icons over there. That's gonna be helpful. It looks like they would both be down. Like down in this section. I'm gonna try and go up first. I think I'll follow this main road, see where it goes, if they're off on the right side or left side or whatever. Yeah, somebody used it in one of the videos on YouTube one time on SnowRunner. On one of the ice maps, don't remember the name of the truck. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Maybe somebody else knows what video you're talking about. Like, if you're just looking for something that's good in the snow, it's probably going to be different than something that's good on ice, because for the snow you're going to want the mud tires, but for the ice you're going to want the chain tires, so it kind of depends on what they were going through. Oh, they are both down, it looks like. Okay. So that was a mistake. I still don't even see them, though, on the map. I guess I see that one now. Where's the other one? Okay, whatever. Oh, that's funny. This is exactly where I turned around last time, too. Same spot. They were going in the snow with it. Does anybody else know what truck he's talking about? He said semi. So I'd assume that would limit it to probably the highway class, right? W990 maybe? It's got some good coated tires. I would assume it would have been one of the heavies of the game, but I used the Excalibur. It's stupidly fast, but it's a mod. C500 did the elephant task by itself. Nice. I'm trying to remember. I used the Kenworth 963. I hauled the trailer. Yeah, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used the 963 to haul the trailer, and I think I drove the Plaid out, like, for fuel and repairs, because I wasn't sure what it needed at the time. And so I probably could have done it with the roof rack of the Kenworth, but I'm not sure if it would have had enough or not. So I think I already drove out the Plaid. But yeah, I probably could have done it with the 963. Josh says it is the C500, okay. So it was a heavy duty then. City Flyer, welcome back in. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hopefully everyone's having an alright day. Sometimes it's hard too, but... sometimes life just smacks you across the face, right? Yeah, the C500's a good truck. That's not what I was expecting you to say, but... I assumed it was going to be a highway truck or a heavy, just because it was either, like you said, a semi-truck, so the highway, or it was going to be a big heavy one, because those are normally better off-road. Good, but got a storm passing through. That's not good. We had a pretty bad storm. Well, I guess it missed us, but last Sunday it's pretty windy and rainy and tornado warning. So a tornado was spotted. Probably didn't touch down. Let's try and get closer here. I'm gonna see if maybe I can back up the trailer into this guy's sort of driveway area. Okay, that's good enough. I could probably grab that and get out of here. I don't know what truck it was, but that thing was quick. It could be, because if you're including those ones, it could be that or like the Mack Pinnacle maybe. No City Flyer, I have not checked the update for PTS. I keep saying how far behind I am, but I've been like, well, it doesn't help that I didn't have my computer for a month, but I've been slacking on this PTS basically the entirety of season 16 so far. I haven't made any videos in like 2 months, like since before my computer broke, and I've had it now I think 4 weeks will be like this Thursday or something. I haven't made a single video since then. I've just been busy with other crap. Oh, nope, nope. Is there anything that I've missed? He said Year 5 is advertised. Yeah, I heard Nathan mention that Naked David found it in the files. So that's pretty exciting. I know many people were, including myself, thinking that Roadcraft could be the end of it. For a long time, I said that I didn't think it would be right away. I thought it would have a Year 5 and then be the end. But once we saw that Season 16 was only 4 maps, or 3 maps, not 4, I was like, oh, well, that's probably the end of it for sure then. What I think is probably going to happen is they're going to give us like a half-assed Year 5, less maps, less contracts, just kind of more buggy stuff basically, because they're going to put less work into it. And then it'll be on to Roadcraft. That's my thought, but... Did they actually put out like a press release thing? He says the link to buy it doesn't work. Is there a link now? So it's like confirmed, or... I was gone the last couple of days, so if it... Because usually the updates happen on Fridays for PTS. You know, they put in their whole work week and then they update the game on Friday and leave for the weekend. So I was gone pretty much the entirety of the time, came back late last night. So if they did, totally went over my head. Okay, link in the PTS content. Alright, cool. So that sounds like it's pretty much confirmed then that there is going to be a Year 5. I'll have to go check after this, but yeah. Stu says, if it's an American truck, I would say C500 or Pinnacle. He said, no, I don't remember the video that they used it in, because Stu asked, do you remember which video or who it's by? And he said he does not. Okay, let's take that out. I gotta try to remember, what do we have? Okay, 2, so I have to drop off one here and there, and then bring that all the way back to here. Yeah, I hope so too, Adrian. I just kind of feel like they're done. But, like I said, I could be wrong. I felt like once they came out with the 3-map region, they kind of were like, alright, that's it. But now that they've promised another year, it could just be a year to kind of milk it and get some more money out of it, even though they don't really plan to put much effort in. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but that's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting. They're giving us one less map here. I don't mind that 13 was one map. That doesn't really bother me. I know it does bother some people, but I felt like the map was really well made. And I guess as long as the maps are good. 17, 18, 19, 20 are mentioned. They have C500 Kenny twin steer. Huh. Because a twin steer is a Western Star, a C500 is a Kenworth. So unless somebody's like making a mod that mixes the two, I don't see how that would work. You'd love to see some more branded trucks. Excuse me. I would as well. I always like the branded trucks when it's something that's real. Oh, I'm sure they do make twin steers, yeah. I thought he was talking about the twin steer. Because like the Paystar 5600 TS, that's a twin steer. Well, I just forgot what I said. What did I say? The 5600 TS? Yeah, that's what the TS, I'm pretty sure, stands for twin steer in that truck. So there's other trucks that are twin steers, but I thought he was talking about the twin steer. So maybe I misunderstood his message there. It's a C500. Honestly, Josh, that sounds like Howitzer's co-op. He uses that Kenny C500 twin steer. And I use the Excalibur cam. Oh, we talk about mods here. Is that why it's a mod truck? Because that would make total sense as to why I wouldn't know. I feel like I could have brushed that off a long time ago if that's the thing. Kenworth twin steer DLC. Here we are, dropping off another consumable. I gotta track it again. Of course, it's always the last one. There we go. I remember when I first came into here, I tried to follow the ice on the edge. That took me forever. I don't know, maybe there is a path over there, but I wouldn't recommend it if there is. Yeah, the Kenny C500 twin steer supports a 4-slot bed and 3-slot rollback, so it's definitely a mod truck. That's why I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know the first thing about it. I just had a thought, because the other day we were using the mod truck on Season 16, and I was like, when is the last time that I looked at the mod hub? Obviously I had to for, well, I didn't have to, but I think I did for that just to make sure it was turned on and updated. Because I couldn't get the radar thing to work, but I think other than that, it's been, I guess it's probably been last year. About a year, because I did use one on Season 12. That same mod with the little radar. So it's been about a year since I've used or looked at the mod hub. Yeah, Stu, that trick no longer works. We were gonna try and do it the other day, last week when we were playing the new season, and they fixed it. Kind of a bummer. That was a fun little trick to do. Hey Keith, welcome in. Hopefully that doesn't catch. Perfect. A long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? So he says, oh, really? Wait, oh, shoot, I missed. I was supposed to go the other way, wasn't I? Dang it. Alright, we'll do a loop here. Well, that truck's not worth downloading anymore. Well, I think you might still be able to duplicate cargo. I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't tried it, but I think you can. And if that still works, I would say that's the main pull of the truck, being able to pull into somewhere with like one metal roll and then pull out 100 of them. That's still worth it, in my opinion. But yeah, that truck was a lot of fun just for the log launching. Stu says, yeah, it's in its thumbnail. Wait, in its thumbnail, it's green. Gotcha. And that's why Howitzer makes it red. Guess the console mods only give you 221 pages. Is that true? I have no idea. There's definitely less mods for console, though. Keith with the question mark. What's the question mark for, Keith? That doesn't work for me. I can't stand trying to use that truck. Yes, Josh, 221 as of now. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Josh was looking for a certain mod, Keith. So him and Stu are kind of talking about that mod. We're just chugging along here in Season 15 with our Scouts Only series. We're 70% now. We've got 1% so far today. I thought we were getting really close to the end, but then I found a mission or task today that has me go get 4 medium planks, which is two more truckloads of logs. So I gotta drive all the way out to the log station, grab 2 more loads, and come back. So I'm thinking I thought I had an extra log actually somehow in here. So I could be wrong. I don't have a truck there. Wait, can I? It says in my storage I have 2 medium logs, so actually I think I might be good. I just need 1 set. I think I need only 2. Yeah, I need 4 medium planks, so I need 1 more set, I think. But yeah, that puts like another hour and a half onto the time, because I got to drive all the way out there. It's like the far end of the other map, and then all the way back to the log station to turn it into planks, and then all the way to the corner here. Like, but other than that, I think we're doing pretty good. The rest of the stuff is, there's still a couple of big numbers here, but like, so this consumables one, this is the one that we're working on. We've dropped off 2 out of 3. We got this 1 spot left to do. And then, so this has got, well, let's see. We already dropped off the 3 spare parts for this, so it's just the 5 oil barrels. And then, oops. This one we got 2 and 2, so that's a full mission there. That's full. This one we have the chemical barrels with us. That's the other one we're doing. So we got to stop here to drop off 1 consumable and stop here to drop off the 3 chemical barrels. But then this one will be done. 8 fuel, so this is one of the big ones. 8 is quite a lot still. 2 garbage, we have not done that. 3 fuel, haven't started that. 2 cement, have not started. 2 large pipes, haven't started. 2 more cement. And then the 4 medium planks. So we still got a pretty good amount of stuff to do there. And then here we have the trailer, and there's 2 planks, except it looks like a large pipe for some reason right now. So we'll have to go and grab that still. The BM17 we got to deliver here. That's flipped over right here. So that'll probably be kind of a tougher one too. Then bricks and a sideboard, so we'll have to take the sideboard trailer from up here. Or maybe I moved it. Oh wait, no, I did move it. I think I have it down here. Nope, not there. Where is it? Here? I don't know where my burlak is, to be honest. Oh, this is it. Here we go. So this one's got to go over to here to pick up bricks and then bring that all the way over here. And then the last one is a curtain side trailer, so... He says, oof. Did I forget? What did I forget? Or what did I possibly forget, I should say. Oh wait, hang on, I gotta grab fuel. Let me stop this right here. I'm gonna go grab fuel real quick. Before I forget where I parked. Yeah, I did forget where I parked. I thought I had moved it down to the other place to get the other chemical barrels, but I forgot that was the Ford, wrong truck. Because just before this, we had picked up chemical barrel, or in the end of last episode, picked up chemical barrels and drove them partway back and ran out of fuel. And so then I had to bring fuel to that truck and deliver those chemical barrels, but I for some reason thought that was the burlak. I got the trucks mixed up. So I totally forgot where I parked, yes. Whoa! That edge hit pretty tough. Hey Robert, welcome in. Josh, it grows as they need more mods. Just not as many mods on console, especially compared to PC. As a matter of fact, mods change from console console. Really? Didn't know that. PC has branded mods like Kenworth and stuff, yeah. Thank you, Robert. Robert says he gave me a like. Appreciate that. I'm getting rowdy with the F-750. It's always nice to have a little reminder. I normally try and make liking the first thing I do when I stop into a stream. I hit the like button and then throw out a comment or crap. Try to go around it. But every once in a while I start, like I'll lurk in a stream and then I'll hear my name mentioned or, you know, something that I want to reply to. And that's when I usually forget to like, because I came there and was just sitting, like, basically just watching, not talking at all. Oh, crap. And then once I start typing, I kind of forget that, you know, the like button is hasn't been pushed, because I usually do that first thing, so. Keep forgetting it's scouts only. I think once this region is done, it'll probably be quite a bit easier. Just, I don't know, with the everything, because snow is basically like mud everywhere, and having the low clearance on a lot of these trucks just makes it more difficult. You know, normally you can drive on a road or maybe a slightly muddy road, but here, like even this part, we're kind of digging. I guess maybe I didn't really think about this though. Because normally the ground here would be frozen, right? Like the ground would be solid. The snow on top might, you know, sink in and stuff, but the ground below that should be solid. So. It's quite a ways around the corner still. That's true with the mods. That's a trailer, sir. That is a trailer. I ran right into it. It's cola for the Tuz trucks, right, JJ? Yeah. If you want the Tuz 16, I'm trying to think. Tuz 16, is it Actaeon or Warthog? Tuz 16 Actaeon, Tuz 108 Warthog. Those are both in Kola Peninsula. Whoa. Ice trunk almost flipped us. Currently working on main and SnowRunner. That's where my my first hard mode, I should say, is at. I can't wait till we're done with main, because I feel like we got all the hard stuff out of the way, but I'm absolutely dreading going to Season 7. Like, I want to finish 7, and then, like, kind of go back and play it again. Or not play it again, but, like, you know, play it a little more often. But right now, I'm kind of like, want to get done with 6, but do not want to have to go to 7. But we're going in order, so it's next up. Hey, Miss Lisa, welcome in, and goodbye. Appreciate you stopping in, Lisa. Have a good rest of your night. I said that weird because I'm like, I think she said goodbye, so I had to make sure. But she said, hello, Mr. JJ. Can't stay, left a like. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hi and bye. Nothing wrong with that. Your game on Switch reset 3 times? Eee. Like, fully reset, or... If it's fully reset, I'd probably just quit the game. Actually, what I probably would do is do basically the opposite of my other hard mode, which is only use the trucks that you find. It'd be an only use the trucks that are DLCs, like stuff you don't find. So it would be strictly to like the scout vehicles that you get, like the Hercules or the tank. We wouldn't have like a 420. You don't ever find a lodestar, so it'd be like using that. You don't ever find like a mastodon. What else? W900, the Pinnacle, C500. Some of those trucks would be included in that because they're not findable like on a map. The game's giving us this weird view. I'm trying not to change the camera angle because otherwise it'll like start jumping everywhere. So I'm just letting it go until it flips back to normal. Or maybe we're going to be completely stuck and I won't be able to do that. Okay, I guess I'll try and change it. There we go. Alright, let's try and unpack. Instantly lighter. Oop, I'll leave it for a second. There we go. Okay. That bus is big. Have you seen the bus? Oh, the mega bus or whatever it's called. I've seen it. Hey, Ivano, welcome in. How are you doing, Ivano? Currently level 18. That's not bad. You're starting to get to where you get like the big snorkels and like, well, I guess kind of towards the end some of the stuff is like beacons and like just not really useful stuff, but the snorkels and stuff is good. Oops, well, whatever. Pack. And I gotta track this one. This was called Elmo's Fire, I believe. There we go, that's done. That's stupid, you have to rescue a billion lodestars, but the game never gives you one. Yeah, exactly. The game never gives you a single lodestar. It never gives you as of 64131 or 73210 or even a 5319. It gives you the worst as of the Sprinter. Like, come on, man. I don't know, there's a lot of vehicles I think that they should give you and they just don't. Let me detach this. Oh wow, that got deep really fast. Let's see, should we go back or keep following this? Oh gosh. Probably keep following it, I guess. No, actually, I think going back might be better. Go back and I could probably top up again on fuel or else we might run out. Ah, crap. This will probably end up flipping over. Alright, let's do this. Good, what about you? Yeah, I'm also doing well, Ivano. We're trying to finish up some of the smaller stuff here. Probably, what, a half hour ago? Not even that long ago. When Keith came in here, I kind of went over like what we got going on. Or what is basically left the entire seasons of contracts, tasks, and I guess I never touched the contest, but we're kind of getting towards the end with some of the stuff. We actually only have a total of 2 contracts left, and I think it's 1 contest. No, it's 3. Oh gosh. Okay, well we have 3 contests, and then 2, don't flip it. Or do. Darn it. Yeah, so 3 contests, 2 contracts, and then all the rest is tasks. and usually the contracts are bigger stuff. I think we have, I think one of them was 8 materials to bring, and that might have been the highest one. I think there was a couple that might have been like 5 and 3, so another like 8. But for the most part, it's 1 or 2 things. And actually, now that I think about it too, I think there was like 2 large pipes, which is 4 slots each, so that's another 8. So maybe we're not as far as I thought. I do not know when the new season is coming out. My guess has been, was it? Yeah, mid-September. I had to look at the calendar again. I'm like, wait, where is it? Game never gives the greats for free. Yeah, free, quotation marks. Azovs are still top tier. It'd just be nice, like, you know, they can give it out in season 16. Like, the game's been out for 5 years. If people can't afford to get one at this point, like, come on, man. I just got to finish the second map, but I can't bring myself to do it. Wait, I just got to finish... Oh, on this season. Gotcha. Yeah, I would say probably like 6 weeks, but... I know Ian, maybe he'll show up here in a little bit, but he was saying that he thinks it's like ready to go right now. I don't know, I've never seen it turn around that quickly, but... Who knows, I guess. Usually the 4-map ones, I would assume, just because there's more maps, there's more missions, there's more contracts, contests, more, you know, just more of everything, right? More rocks to put out, more ice, more trees, whatever it is. So I just feel like that would probably take a little bit longer. This one is a 3-map one, so... First time we've seen that, it'll probably be less than a 4, but like higher than a 2. So I don't know. Yeah, we never get a loaf either, Adam. There's like a bunch of them that we never get. I don't know, I just think it'd be nice to get, you know, all of those trucks, because it's been years now. They could have thrown them in there here or there at some point. But yeah, you get like 2 White Western Stars, you get 3 Taigas, like, I don't know, like, I was going to say the other Taiga, but we do get that one. What's another good one? Yeah, well, I guess, like I said, the 3 Azovs, we never get any of those. We never get either Kolob. We never get a Boar. There's plenty of trucks that they haven't used up that would be kind of fun to get. And they obviously have to be base game trucks too, right? You can't just say, oh, here's a K7M. Even if you don't own Season 8, here you go. Like, it's got to be something that's in the base game that they haven't given us. It was cool to see a Voron in Season 11. They could include more of those. Right? There's still 2 more that we haven't got for Vorons. The exception loaf doesn't count. Trying to see if I missed anybody. No, Adam, bread loaf is top tier. Who doesn't love the loaf? Yeah, Ivano says they never gave us a P12. Exactly. I don't know. I think that at this point they should replace some of the trucks that they've given us multiples of and put in some of those ones that they haven't. I think season 16 through 20 would be a good time to do that. But I've been saying that for, well, not 16 through 20, but I've been saying that's basically since about season 8 that they should include all of the rest of the trucks that they haven't given us yet. It'd been 2 years already at that point. Now it's been 4. Or, yeah, I guess 5. Came out in mid-2020, I think. Yeah. I think it was 20... Yeah, it was 2020 for sure, actually, yeah. Hey, Artem, welcome in. How you doing, Artem? Alright, let's stop, put this here. I'm also doing well. So we're gonna stop here, grab some fuel, and we'll be back on our way. Currently working on bringing 3 chemical barrels to the other part of the map. It's basically just straight south of the garage is where we're headed. The War Rig is a weird looking truck. Yeah, I remember you guys were talking about that a bunch on last week's stream. We did, oops. Yeah, we've done 2% so far today, which is pretty good. It's not great as like an overall, but jeez. But we still, you know, we're only about 2 hours in, so we still have like an hour and a half, 2 hours to go. So if we could get 3 or 4%, maybe 5, because sometimes they give you like an extra percentage, right? Because there's not 100 missions. So if we could turn this in and get 2% or something, that would be great. That'd push us up to 4% done with like probably an hour, hour and a half left. Hey Sawyer, welcome in. Did y'all notice the different winch on... Wait, winch on the pictures for Lake Riviere? Oh, because isn't it attached at like 4 points? I think they used like a... It's a PC on the amount. I bet somebody there has seen that truck. Oh, the War Rig. 31 likes, thank you, Robert. Oh, it's with the Tatra frame. By the way, is anyone... If anyone hasn't tried the TWM new truck, Gerlinger G470T Whaler, I said that right. I haven't made a video, but it's comparable to the Mack Pinnacle, but with custom 4-slot trailer and extra fuel and parts. Your YouTube is broken, uh-oh. What's broken about it, Sawyer? Flippin' stuck Monday. I think it's just Muddy Monday. It's got a rhyme. 4-slot bed, not trailer. Sorry, maybe I misread it. Okay. I was like, I might have said the wrong thing. Sometimes I do that. Start reading chat, and then you sort of just put in your own words. Like, oh, he said 4-slot. He must have meant trailer. I looked back when you said that, and I'm like, did I say it wrong? The TWM truck is a T470. Maybe that's why they put the G in front of it or something, just to make it console friendly. G470T. It says I've been live for an hour. Well, yeah, anything, once it's over an hour, it says it's 1 hour until it hits the 2-hour mark. And then it'll say 2 hours. Even though it might be like 2 hours and 50 minutes, it'll say 2 hours. And then once that 10 minutes clicks, then it'll click over to 3 hours. So even if it's like 3 hours and 1 minute, it says 3 hours, but it also says 3 hours at 3 hours and 58 minutes. So once you're over an hour, it just rounds it to whatever that the longest full value is or whatever. Oh gosh. I feel like I took a wrong spot here. I should have been to the left, and I knew it too. Oh, yikes. Alright, let's try this. Trying to use the trailer to turn my truck to get it back on course, and then we'll pull a trailer once we get out, if this works. Trying to push off. Can't tell if it's even turning it or not. If it's turning slightly left, that's what I want, but I can't tell if it's doing it. Maybe I'll try and see if I can help it around. Not really doing anything. Stu says, I love ice maps, as we're stuck here for 5 minutes. Or possibly longer. The worst part is like I knew I shouldn't have gone to this side. So I'm like, this is all breakable, the section is right here, but I guess I just followed the white ice path for just a little bit too much. I think this right in front of me here is where it starts to get solid. Uh-oh, that's stuck in the ground. Hang on. I don't know if I turned off the all-wheel drive on purpose or if I accidentally did that. I don't remember turning that off. There we go. Oh, maybe. It looked like it's almost out. Not quite, huh? There we go. Another maybe. It's looking good, but not quite. Let me restore. Sometimes it gets caught in the mud, and when you push it, it pushes you away, but then when you pull it back, it also pulls you back. So you have to like reset the crane and try it again. Well, it's probably a good thing we topped up on fuel, huh? Can't get it to bite in anywhere. Oh, there we go. Wow. This is the most stuck I've been on this part before. It's kind of cool. You can like actually see the crane underneath the ice, and then it'll crack like as it gets further away, like it kind of hits the breaking point. I gotta see if I can turn the front end back around. So much for this one getting done anytime soon, eh? I just hate when I do this because I said I knew this path was bad. I should have stayed off to the left. Like, basically where I'm putting my crane right now is like the solid part. And I went way too far to the right. And now it's taken like 20 minutes to get out. And sometimes once you break through the ice, it's hard to even get back onto the non-breakable section just because it's like a good jump up, you know, like hitting a curb. There we go, we finally got it. Jeez. You can see where the solid part starts. Alright, Maddie says, you're done. Better than my 2 hours for Stu getting stuck in the ice. Josh's TWM's new Whaler 3 to 4 slot Kenworth comparable to the Mech Pinnacle. Frozen in time, that's a good way of putting it. Definitely. Frozen and frozen in time. You're not going to get out of there anytime soon. Should have listened to Obi-Wan Kenobi and said, what does he say? Is it like listen to your inner thoughts or something? There's a TWM update tomorrow. Okay. For the C500. Trust your feelings and use the force. Use the force. Okay, I didn't know that was from him. Or her. I assume that's a him. But it's 2025. Hey, Donuts, welcome in. Oh wait, I should have turned left there, huh? Well, mate, can you go up that path? It looks like you can. Hang on. I'm gonna try this. I'd never seen this path before, but it definitely looks like they made it for you to go up. It's just not as noticeable as the road. Him from the first Star Wars movie. Okay. Said that weird movie. Yes, Adrian, it should be sweet day. The day it dropped, I snagged the plaid and Almaty with it. Nice. This is a little bumpier than I was expecting this road to be, though. You can do it. There we go. If not Star Wars, the Spaceballs use the Schwartz. Never heard of that one. I think I've heard of the Spaceballs movie though. It'd be nice if you could fix this bridge, but that would make it probably too easy. Basically, they have to have a hard way to get across to the other side of the mountain. That way would bring you to the opposite side. The other bridge brings you to the close side. Like, it gets you across the river, but I love that most streams are spent explaining pop culture references to JJ. Yeah, I don't know those. What are these? What is pop culture? It's way over my head. I don't think so, actually, Stu. I think it's because you guys tell me this stuff, but then it's pretty much in one ear and out the other. The next day, it's already forgot. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll retain some of it. Like I said with Spaceballs, I don't know, I feel like, isn't there a new movie that's like Spaceballs, or is that like an older one? I might be mixing it up with some other new movie that's just recent or whatever. Is there a new movie called Spaceballs or something similar? What that really means is you have less junk swimming around in your head. That's true. It doesn't stay in there. Yeah, I had to have Donuts teach me a couple of terms he used on his stream. I was like, what does that even mean? I remember one of them was waifu. I know I'd heard the term, but he had to explain it to me because I live under a huge mountain. All I know is like I had seen like pictures of girls, and I was like, that's like it's referencing something, but the girl, I just don't know exactly what it meant. So. He says happy to help. Alright, we're about to run out of fuel again here. Ah, there we go. Spaceballs 2 will be out soon, so that's why I probably heard of it. Oops. Refuel. Start sending you movies like Columbia House. I've never heard of that movie either, Stu. I used to watch movies back when I was like in high school, but I think I've told you guys this like last week. The last time I think I went to a movie theater was 2009. The year I graduated. Oh, shoot. Well, that's a rip. I tried to grab the tree across the road and it grabbed the wrong one. At least we have a vehicle here. Hopefully it has fuel in it. And it does. Okay. I guess I preemptively parked this here. I knew that tip was coming and had the truck ready for it. That might be one of the most well-timed flips I've ever had. Wipeout, yeah. Columbia House was a small movie. Or wait, Columbia House? Oh, it's a male movie. I don't know, I got small. Male movie. Subscription back in the 90s before. Oh. Okay. Back before Netflix. I remember being around when Netflix was, you had to rent, like, you would send them, or they would send you the movies and you'd send them back, like DVDs. I remember when that was a thing. Although I've never, my family has rented movies, like, back when I was a kid my mom had, but I never ended up watching a single movie that we had rented from Netflix. I was already done by that point. It was a scam. So what, do they just send you a different movie? Some random, like, Bollywood. That's the word I was looking for. A Bollywood movie instead of a Hollywood movie. An India version. Columbia House was a music delivery scam. Huh. Fair enough. JJ acting like he didn't download movies online illegally. I didn't. I did not download movies. I did. My friend did. My friend was big into that, but I just didn't. I played video games. That's pretty much all I've ever done. They kept me out of a lot of trouble. Stu says a Rick was it Moranis? I feel like that's not right. Doesn't sound right. Rick Moranis better come back. Yep. It's kind of funny because my one of my friends, the one that I was referring to with Adrian, he would pirate everything. And I had another friend who was the complete opposite. Not because well, maybe he did want to be good, but he would always say that he wanted to like support those companies. Like, say if it was music, he's like, well, I like this band, I want to support them, I'm going to buy their CD, you know, like. The other one was like, screw that, I'm just going to pirate it, and he'd download all the music. The one would like, you know, buy a DVD, the other one would pirate it. Like, could be the exact same movie, but it was just funny, they're like complete opposites. Yeah, Adam says Columbia House was the original subscription. I never even heard of that one. I wonder if it was because I wasn't like old enough. Because like when Netflix kind of came out, like obviously it was legit, so like everybody started using it. So I wonder if the Columbia House was for like more, I guess you could say more people in the know. And then the people who knew about it were like, oh, actually that's a scam, so don't use that. And then it just kind of never became as popular as Netflix just because it was not true. I don't know. Alright, here we can go. We can drop this off. Or not. We gotta track it, don't we? Is that it? There we go. Perfect. Alright, we are 73%, so that did give us a bonus of 2%, I think. So we were at 69, now we're 73. 2? 3. Alright, I'm going to try and find out where these contests are at. Okay, one's not too far away. Silver and gold, I think. It spawns in like containers right there or something. I remember seeing something about that on PTS. The other one I don't even have explored, do I? Hang on. Is it 1 on each map? Or excuse me, 2 on each map? It is. So I haven't even found the second one. Oh, it could be in this section? Or this section. That's honestly about it. Maybe up there, but I don't think there's any roads. I don't think it's in that. Do you guys happen... Oh, somebody probably knows. Where is the last contest on this map? Is it in this section over here? Oh, actually, there's an observatory over here. I bet you it is over here. I've never gone to this building yet. Alright. 2 special cargo. Where are those at? Do I gotta pick them up somewhere? Oh, maybe... Oh, actually, that might be the ones that I was talking about right there. I guess we'll go back and do that. Ivano, it's near the observatory. Thank you. Thank you, Stu, as well. After I said it, I'm like, there's probably only one spot on that trail where it could be. But the observatory kind of has like 4 or 5 roads kind of just around there that it's just probably more likely. So I guess we'll pick up the special cargo containers. Crap, I didn't track it though. Oh, right there. We'll pick up these special cargo containers and we'll drive back to both the fuel station and then get fixed up there because we have to drop them off right there. Because we'll probably want to get fixed and fueled up anyways. So we'll kind of be sort of on our way. Stu says it's down the dirt trail going towards the shore. I'll take a look so I remember. Oh, like this one? Going down here towards the shore, it looks like, probably. Either that or else it's on this one. I remember I drove this one on PTS, so I doubt it's on this one, but it could be. First one? Okay. I got 4 HP on my suspension. Can I make it? I'm looking at his other comments to see if there's any... Where are you going, Ivano? Depends how far is the trip and how rough is the terrain. You could make it with 4 if you drive slow. Or you could be like me and hit one little pothole and it's gone. Like 2 seconds into leaving. Start turning. There we go. Yeah, you'll have to bust out the lowrider. Asphalt and long road. I'm gonna say no. Because there's a lot of potholes on those asphalt roads, so even though it's a good road, I'd probably trust it more if it was dirt. As weird as that sounds. Wait, is that my turn? No. Next road, okay. I think I'm gonna go up here actually. Yeah, I think I trust a dirt road more than an asphalt road in this game. If you were to tell me it's a long path on a dirt road and it was like not very rocky, I think you could make it. But I feel like you'll probably hit one pothole and that'll be enough to take it out. That's going to be my final answer. Oh crap, I already used the roof rack fuel. I thought I still had more. I guess getting stuck in that ice really screwed us. Adrian says, man, F this game, I'm going to eat lunch. Alright, see you in a few, Adrian. Or maybe not, I guess. But thanks for stopping in. Have a good rest of your night. Excalibur's crazy fast. You think the quick trucks are better? Definitely better if you want to get more stuff done. Although... every once in a while it'll end up costing you more time because you flip it over, but probably in the long run, as long as you drive at least a little bit slower than max speed, you'll be alright. Oh no, Stu's sunk in the ice in the harbor as well. Yikes. staying on the phone. Okay, well, enjoy your meal, Adrian. Hopefully it's something delicious. And you can make us all jealous. Flipped to C500 7 times since the stream started. Yikes. Stu says he's upside down in the bottom of a ditch, or in a ditch at the bottom of a mountain. Whoa. That is not the road that I thought that was. Oh, whoa. I thought I had to go that way. I have to go this way, more of the straight. That would have been bad. That's a big drop off. Kind of lucky that was fairly easy to back up there, to be honest. Alright, so there's 2 cargo containers over here. We gotta grab the stuff. I've never actually been on this ice further south from this point, so I'm not sure where I should and should not be going. But I think I'm gonna leave the trailer here, because I feel like it's probably gonna be a pain in the butt to try and back it up, so I would rather drive just a slight amount farther, even though I know I'm gonna run out of fuel. We 100% are running out of fuel on this part. SnowRunner rated 10 out of 10. Definitely recommending to a friend. Ooh, this part wrecked your defender. Yeah, these ice chunks don't look friendly, do they? For some reason I can't rotate more. I'm maxed out on the side. It spun there for a little bit, so I guess when it spun around, it took up all the slack I had from turning. So, alright, let's move this. There we go. And we'll reset the crane. I'm gonna try not to blow up my tires like what happened to Zeb's Defender. Oh yeah, this does not look good. It's either stick to the side of the ship where it's all broken ice, or risk it going in the water, which is probably safer, but then you have to come back up onto the ice, and that's when it's going to blow it up. What does this say? Oh, that scared me. Moss Dooley? Something like that? Oh my goodness. I hit a Dorito there with my Excalibur and it instantly flipped me, sent my cargo launching. Alright. I'll put this one on the back of the truck. Try and clamp down. It's about the perfect height, to be honest. I'll try and turn around. I was thinking I'll back up, but I'm going to try. It's probably a bad idea again, but I have to get turned around at some point, so I figured might as well do it now and have a little bit more space than getting across the ice and having nothing, probably. Y'all, I have good news and bad news. I made it, but I gotta make it all the way back. Nice. Depending on how much fuel you have. At least you made it without breaking your suspension, though. I'm playing the same game and I still have half a suspension left. And by the same game, I mean trying not to break my suspension here. God, it really wants me to turn the truck to the right. Or to the left, I mean. God dang it. There went 24 suspension. Now we're down to like 12. We still have a little bit, but it's not much. I would say it's probably like 16 actually. Let's check. 11. Wow, 12 was closer. Stu says, I'm Willie Nelson. I'm on the road again. On the road again. It's kind of weird. Is it... Do the containers actually get wet? Or is that like mud? Oh, weird. It's like kind of see-through when I move. Look at this. When I move it. You guys see that? That's weird. I'm just gonna try and zoom in. Look at this when I move it. Huh. Very weird. Ivano's got some bad news. He did not make it. Did you flip over or did you break your suspension? Which one happened? Or both, I guess. Break the suspension and then flip over. Suspension got vaporized. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, that's too bad. Do you have any other trucks in the area to get it fixed up? Sinking in. I'm just trying to get it turned around. If I could do that, I'll be happy. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Recovery efforts are underway. That's good. Well, it's not good, but it's good that you're getting the issue resolved. Yeah, the containers can be semi-transparent in different angles or how close you are, especially with the lights bleeding through the cargo texture. I've never seen that before. It's probably happened, I just didn't notice. Oh shoot, I missed my turn already too. This is not going to pan out very well, guys, because we are out of fuel. And, well, actually, you know what? This is probably a good spot to refuel before I go out on the ice. Do I have any fuel in the Jeep? It's got 127 left in the tank. Good enough for me, probably to make it all the way there, so... Oh, what was that? I think that might be my... Yeah, I think that's telling me my phone's fully charged. Alright. I was at like 5% before I started the stream. Oh, this has some fuel on the roof rack too, and some repairs. Although we're going to both pass the fuel station and go past the repair place, so... Oh. Don't really need a ton. of either, but flip the recovery vehicle. Y'all pray for me. Oh man. It sounded like it was going good. You had the first truck get there all the way with you know, obviously a barely there suspension, but he made it. And then everything fell apart once he started coming back. But that kind of makes sense though, because you drive really cautiously, and then once you get there, like, yoo-hoo, I made it. And then start driving like a madman, and that's when the flip occurred. Alright, I'm going to detach. I think I'm actually going to take the... Well, actually, I probably got to move it a little bit closer. I think I'm going to take the tank with me and throw it on the back. And I'll just carry it around with me so I don't have to worry about running out. I was doing that before, but it fell off a couple of times and I just left it, so... before I had it on the front of the truck, but right now I only need... Oh, I don't have my parking brake on. I was like, why am I sliding so much? I only need... Actually, it still might be easier to do it that way. But I only need 4 slots, so I could probably pack it on here. Like this. From there to the Ford. There we go. But Stu said, looky, JJ's pulling some bad ideas / pulling a Stu. Oh no. I might have got myself stuck immediately right off the bat. Oh no, there we go. Rip the recovery truck, says Stu. Yep. I've had a time where and probably some of you guys can relate to this, where I drove a truck, flipped it over, drove out a recovery truck, flipped that over, drove out another recovery truck, flipped that over, and then drove out a 4th truck. And I think that was the one that finally, you know, fixed the other 3, but there's been times that I've had where I did the exact same thing and just like flip, 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 flip. Alright, let's not go to the left here. And we'll try and hit the solid ice. It breaks a little bit here and then goes right back up. So, there we go, we're getting back up. And we should be good to go now. It sucks when that happens, because you drive one truck and then you spend, like, you know, depending on how far away, it's just say 10 minutes, right? Switch to a new truck, drive that one for 10 minutes, then you flip it. And then you're getting really frustrated by that point, so you pick a 3rd truck, drive that out, and you flip it again. You're like, oh my gosh, I have just spent 20 minutes driving there twice, flipped both trucks, and I already flipped the first truck. You know, the whole reason you needed to bring it out there, and that probably took you 30 minutes or something, because that one has cargo on it, more than likely. Which is why you couldn't just leave it, because that was the mission you're working on. So you spend 50 minutes flipping 3 trucks, and you got to take another one, spend another 10 minutes to get out there. Probably 15 minutes, so you don't actually flip that one. Yeah, good times. I'm just thinking, I think I need to move another truck to get repair points actually out of this. This one doesn't have repairs on the roof, it's just tires and fuel, so I can't actually repair myself with this truck. I have to repair it with a different one. Kind of getting stuck on the branch just a little bit. Maybe not too bad. Alright, it's going back. Good. After the Ford truck, then you got no choice to break out the bread loaf. Put your foot to the floor. Eagle, how'd you know my feet were up on the desk? No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I got it pressed all the way down. It's just slow in this part. So yeah, pretty soon here we'll have to try and start putting missions together. I know there's one with, I think it was 8 fuel. And then another one there was like 2 and 2 fuel, so maybe we could do 6 and 6. So we'll take 6 fuel, throw out, or I guess deliver all 6 to one spot and take another 6. And then we would just basically leave some of those, well, you deliver the first 2 and then take the other 4 to the other destinations, the other 2 spots or something. Try and prioritize getting more stuff done with less trips. Because like I said, usually the contracts you can load them up and have more than you need, but the task you can usually do 2 at a time or something to get more. Alright, here we are. We have to stop because we have to drop it into the tank. So we have to keep switching back and forth here. Oops. No, I don't want to recover. Alright. We are full. 140 liters plus 100 liters plus 900 in the tank. We have 392,000 in the bank still. Looking pretty good there. 73% done here. I'm gonna co-op some Diablo 4 with Biggie in a few hours. Don't think I'm ready to get back to streaming. Maybe tomorrow. Alright, sounds good, Stu. Like I said, I know everyone deals with stuff in different ways. You know, some people it's, I don't want to talk to anybody. Other people it's like, well, I don't really want to talk to anybody, but I probably should just continue on. You know, probably good for me, but you gotta do what you gotta do. The crocodile saved the day. Very nice. The step croc. It's a good truck. I gotta move my croc. I think there's one more mission that needs it. I can't remember what or where. Oh, actually, yeah, the trailer in the north on the second map. It's got some planks on it that I need. I gotta bring the trailer there and the cargo, so... everyone remember when SnowRunner launched? Oh, we're slipping. And Great Stay Inside happened? Oh, the Great Stay Inside. Loaf was a meme everywhere. The Great Stay Inside. The Great Stay Inside didn't really bother me much. I pretty much stayed inside much, like nothing really changed for me. I was already inside just playing games all day anyways. Obviously I had to wear a mask and stuff, but not inside. Well, depending on where you were, yeah, but you know, for the most part for me it didn't really do much. Ouch. Bad time to look over again. Yeah, I just need to be around my friends, your streams, and what you say to me makes me feel better. Thanks, JJ. Yeah, you're welcome, Stu. I'm more in your camp, Stu, where I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing anything. I'm just gonna sit around and like play video games by myself or whatever. But I know some people who would, you know, they'd probably tell you like, yeah, your uncle, or you know, like they would want you to just live your life and talk to your friends and stream and, you know, do your normal routine. That's what they would want. So it goes both ways. Everyone's different. And obviously that's not the only two answers, right? Like you could anywhere in between too. And Stu broke through the ice. 18 damage. Stu, are you on the same map as me? Because you said you were playing Harbor. Or I should say sim region. So now you're talking about playing on Harbor earlier. The former. Yeah. I should see, when do you guys all think season 16 is going to come out? So I know I've said like mid-September for like 3 weeks or whatever since I've been back, but hey MJ, welcome in. Saw you were live, thought I'd say hi before I head off to bed. Can't wait for season 16 to drop, except for the farming. MJ, I will admit I told Carl to send a message to you, and it was a fake message. If you go back to the if you go back to the Discord where he put it, I put like some laughing faces and thumbs up and stuff. I saw it. I told him just to troll you a little bit for me. Oh, he did pass that on, okay. I told him, I was like, you can tell him now, it's fine. I just wanted to troll him a little bit. I like to joke, so. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, MJ. Have a good rest of your night. Hey, Lawrence, welcome in. It's been a minute. Yeah, it has. I just blew my tire and suspension right there, so I guess we need a fixing more than I thought. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what Carl said, but I think he was mentioning you guys talking about hoping there wasn't farming or something, and I was like, you know what, just tell him that there is a bunch of farming. Like, tell him there's a whole bunch of contracts that you have to farm a bunch. How are you doing, Lawrence? I'm trying to remember the last time I even seen you. It's probably been 2 months? Has it been that long? It's got, no. Yeah, it probably is. Because I was without my computer for a while, and then I don't think I've seen you since I came back, so it's probably been 2 months or so. I'll get you back. Uh-oh. It's all in good fun. Well, in that case, actually it was all Carl's idea. I just was playing the season at the time and he came up with it. Pretty good, JJ. I think it's... I was right before your computer went poof. Yeah, I think so. Stu says, yeah, just south of the sawmill on the ice, heading toward harbor, working on the Titanic effort. Oh, was that one of the tasks? Titanic effort? I don't remember the name. Wouldn't have it any other way. I haven't been staying up as late recently, so I haven't been to your stream in a while either. I've been going to bed at like 2 or 3 instead of like 4 or 5. It's pretty good right now. There's a little bit of haze from Canadian wildfires blowing over, but weather's pretty good. I think it's probably like 80 or something today. Let's see. 77 now, so it's probably cooled off a degree or two. But it was a nice day. Do I plan to do co-op? I don't think I probably will, Ivano. I might join here and there, but I don't... It's more of just a random thing. I don't ever, like, plan them. And if I do, I don't stream. It's just like me joining some random person. Helping them for a little bit. Alright, I think... Yeah, I gotta bring the earth roamer back. Could do this, actually. Contract under the Northern Trails. Okay, so I don't remember that one. Let me see. Titanic effort. I see it. Don't remember what it was, though. No problems. It's crazy late when you pop in my streams. Yeah, it's like you start at 4 a.m. my time. So sometimes I'm awake till 4:35, but it's usually I'm like laying in bed at like 3:30, whatever, and then I'm like, oh, MJ's live. I'll stop there for a little bit, and then it's like 4:30. I'm like, all right, I gotta go. Hey, Rose, welcome in. I don't know if I should turn left or right here. Probably a right. Left seems like it's a little bit more of a detour. Oh, 8 service spare parts to the harbor. Gotcha. Thoughts on the new PTS season? I still haven't really played it all that much, Lawrence. I think I've streamed it 3 times, and believe it or not, in the entirety of those 3 episodes, I think all I've done was gather upgrade. Well, actually, no, I didn't even pick up any upgrades. I don't think. I think I only hit watchtowers, and I like moved random things around. I didn't actually like complete a single thing, I don't think. So the first stream, I was using like normal vanilla trucks, and the second stream, because the first one I was attempting to unlock one of the trucks, but I never got around to it. It took too long. But I also explored all 3 of the maps a little bit. The second stream, I was trying to like fully unveil all the maps so I can use it for future content. So like I was using the little Earth Roamer's radar thing, and basically drove the entire square, and then a little bit smaller and smaller. And the third stream was more of the same of the second. But except I drove trucks all the way out to the upgrades, so now I can record the videos of what those upgrades are and where to find them. Yeah, it was a strange approach. I don't usually do that, but since I missed a bunch of time, I was trying to basically make up for some time. So I haven't really actually jumped into it like I normally do, because normally I'll play it for quite a while, and then I kind of work on those things on the side, like where are all the upgrades and how do you get the trucks and stuff like that. But I haven't unlocked any of the trucks. I don't think I've picked up any of the upgrades. Actually, I was going to cut through right there, I think. Otherwise it just goes around further. But I don't know, it seems like kind of a mediocre season, I would say, so far, Lawrence, from what I played. There's nothing that like stands out to me. Zing mentioned that it has the most amount of cargo of any region, so that's kind of interesting. It kind of makes me think that they're trying to make up for having it be 3 maps with like just extra stuff. You know, like make you carry more stuff around so it doesn't feel as short, kind of thing. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I could see that being part of the logic, you know. Oh, it's only 3 maps, but if we make them do like 90 missions with, I don't know, 300 cargo total or whatever it would be, kind of, you know, basically takes up the same amount of time as it would if it was a 4-map region kind of thing. But yeah, it's definitely a weird way, because I was using, I forget the name, Tuz something. Catch you later, JJ. Have fun in those scouts. Hats off to you for this challenge. I appreciate that, MJ. Have a good rest of your night again. We'll see you when I see you. Oh, it's called like a Z2 Tuz. I think it was like Z2 Tuz 420Z or something, like 420X, or I can't remember, something like that. But then I had like TA, ta ta ta, Rin Rin was like the rest of the name. Something like that. But I used it because it used to have a huge radar, but apparently it doesn't work anymore or something. I don't know, it didn't work for me. So basically it was just an Earth roamer radar, but it still had like 2,000 fuel or something instead of the normal, you know, 200-300 you get on an Earth roamer. So I was able to scan much more of the map. Lawrence says, it is the grand finale of SnowRunner. I've heard that it's not, Lawrence. Somebody said that it's... I guess I haven't investigated this. I heard it earlier today. But they said that there's... Well, I heard last week that it's found in the game files there's a year 5 reward, or it mentions a year 5 reward. But somebody said earlier today that they mentioned something about seasons 17 through 20. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or if that's just sort of stuff that's been found in the game files again. So it is possible that we could be getting another four seasons. Maybe they made up for it. Season 15 BC is too short. Season 15... Oh, because it's too short. Could be. For some reason I was thinking British Columbia when you said that. I'm like, wait, Season 15 British Columbia, huh? Confused me there for a second. Where am I headed? I forgot what I was doing now. Where's the... Oh, the service parts. That's right. Yeah, the second part I can't... I don't know for sure, Lawrence, the mentions of the seasons. I haven't... Like I said, I've been... Basically, somebody came into the stream and told me that, so I'm not sure. That's not verified, but... I know Naked Dave and Nathan Province, the one that mentioned it in his video, and that's kind of been, like, known throughout the community now, because Naked Dave is, he's a modder, but he also does a lot of stuff with, like, Roadcraft and SnowRunner and Expeditions. He's does like the map runner stuff like that. So I've asked him a couple of questions here and there as well. He's a good dude, but he was the one that mentioned it, or maybe Nathan asked him, I don't know, but that's where he got the information from. So definitely a reliable source on that end. JJ Gaskell Games made a, I'm guessing that's a bobblehead? A wobblehead? Wobblehead radar. It carries 54 gallons of fuel, good if you need a rush to explore the map. Stu, can you send that to me on my Discord? I think I only have like one more spot that I gotta get, but I mean, I think I gotta start back at the garage again, so if that's the case, that'll help me. But I usually don't use it, I just was behind this time, so I only use it for dark areas where the watchtower doesn't open. Yeah, see, I don't care about the watchtowers just because I'm just trying to get the map unveiled for future content. It's not like I'm going for the completion on there. But I've been hitting them on that playthrough because it's just easier. You know, it's because if I send the little radar thing off, I have to pay for the fuel. So, thank you, Stu. Appreciate that. I'll have to check that out because that sounds like it'd be pretty useful for what, well, like I said, I have most of it unveiled. I just have like one. It'd probably take me 5 more small radar little spins to get the rest of it. So yeah, I'm still having fun with it, Lawrence. I kind of want to go back and play my normal hard mode, that's, you know, the one that's in main. But with season 16 almost here, you know, with it being on PTS, I kind of want to get this finished. I don't know how much time I have, obviously, but you know, if we can complete this to 100% and then we want to play it again before it's out, like, we can do that. But if we're like 80% and it comes out, well then, I mean, it's not that big a deal, I guess. I can move my trucks and move them back, but if I were to move, like, say 4 trucks, that would cost me 14 grand, and then move them back would be another 14, so it'd cost 28,000 to move just, you know, a couple of trucks here and there. Like 4 trucks from here up to 16, and then 4 trucks from 16 back here. So it's kind of costly. I mean, it's not a ton when you look at how much we have, 392,000, but yeah, if we can avoid it by completing it before, that would be nice. And again, if we feel like playing it after that, we certainly could do that. Like, if we beat it tomorrow, and then we have like 3 more weeks, it's like, oh, okay, well, we can play it next Friday, or we can play it next Tuesday, or whenever. Alright, let's refuel here. Fill up the Ford. Fill up the Hercules, because why not? Repair. 131 points to the Ford. Yeah, I guess I'll repair the Hercules as well. Oops. Okay, both trucks are fully fixed. Let's buy the rest of the repair points. Alright, I think we're good. Actually, where do these gotta go? Isn't it right here? Oh, right behind me. How did I not notice that? Somehow I drove to the spot where I get the stuff fixed, and I went right by the spot I actually have to deliver it to. That's crazy. My guess is season 16 and Roadcraft expansion will release... There we go, got that done. 1 second. We'll release around the same time. Thoughts on that? I think Roadcraft will probably be like 2 weeks before, maybe 10 days or so before SnowRunner. I've kind of been saying mid-September, so I don't know, we'll see. 33 likes, thank you, Robert. Just to download big crane truck. Brother, why you enable that? What am I enabling? Oof, the planks, fuel, garbage. Okay, where's... Oh, wait, the garbage is up here, isn't it? There's one. Where's the other garbage? Is it like up here? I hope not. I don't know where the second garbage is at. Well, it should show, right? It's got arrows back there. Oh, it's up top. There it is. Okay. Sure, we can go that way. That's probably going to damage the crap out of our truck again, but why not? Alright, I'm going to unpack this. Because this will probably fall off otherwise. Flight mode would be handy. Yeah, it would. Yeah, big crane truck, you probably know. I do not know a lot of mods, Josh. I don't, well, actually I don't. I would say I don't know any, but I do know of a handful, so. Grey Wolf, welcome in. How are you doing today? Flight mode would be awesome. I would use it for screenshots because you could make it look. I guess you can kind of do it with the camera mode, but like being able to go further out. Camera mode is kind of restricted to like 30 meters around your truck or so. Oh wait, that's my turn. Ah, dang it! Took some more damage. There's one on the ledge by the fallen rocks, the other's up above. First one. Thank you, Stu. I found it. I knew the first one because I remember driving past it a couple of times, but I don't... The second one, you basically have to kind of accidentally drive the wrong way for a bit to get there. And I haven't done that in a while, so I kind of forgot it was up there. There should be a turn somewhere up here to take a right, I thought. Stu probably knows about the truck. Yeah, probably. Alright, here's where the detour's at. I wouldn't normally go this way, but I gotta get that garbage, so I'm going to. Because it's up in this direction. It's either this way or the other way. Hey, what's up, Jim? Welcome in. How are you doing, Jim? Phantom Air, welcome in. Mr. Lewis. I had to think about it again. I told you I always want to say Luis. I have to like actively think not to say that name. How are you doing, Lewis? No, don't tip. There we go. Came back. All right. So that wasn't too bad. Obviously we're not done, but we got through the worst of it already. Just on your break. What do you do for work, David? I know we've talked a couple of times of you saying you're on break here or there, but I don't actually know what you do for work. Let's pack. Oop. Restore crane, there we go. Good, you've got Roadcraft, very nice. Sent you 2 pics, thank you, Stu. I'll definitely check that out. I'm almost done, so I probably won't use it this time. Maybe I'll use, because I only have one little chunk to do. And I do think I have to leave from the garage, so I might use it, I don't know, we'll see, but probably the next time I need it, we'll definitely be using it. Shunt buses, okay. Is that like basically from an airport back and forth or something, or like for a certain big city? Stu says, which big crane? The titanium. Yeah, I have not heard of that one. Stu, I don't know you. I don't want to know you. Quit stalking me. Says, I don't know who this Jim dude is, but... It's kind of nice actually to have a little spot to turn around up here too. Usually it seems like when they have that, there's something to pick up and there's like nowhere to go. Alright, let's unpack. See if I can push this back. Local bus service, okay. West Lothian? If I even said that right, I don't know where that is. I've never heard of that. So it's like a local city bus, huh? Alright, now where are we going? 1 second. Nope, wrong way. Back to the port. Alright, fair enough. Moz 7907. Yep, never heard of that one either. Oh my goodness. I hit it and then I was like, okay, now we've gotten all the damage out of the way, and it started speeding up and I hit it again. West of Edinburgh in Scotland. I have heard of both of those. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't know you were across the pond, so... I guess that kind of makes more sense in my head now. Oh, don't flip. As to why I haven't heard of it either. How much longer do we usually stream for? About 15 to 45 minutes. 5:30 is usually when it's time for me to eat. Where'd I put my phone? Hang on. There we go. I had it set upside down, so it's just all black. But I have no message saying it's time to come and eat. Nobody's knocked on my door, so... Hey, Mr. Koski, welcome in. John Lukoski. Yeah, exactly. Once the pancakes are ready and they're made, then it's time to eat, time to end the stream. Pancakes actually sound really good right now. You can't stand pancakes? Oof. I love pancakes. I wouldn't say they're like my favorite, but pancakes, bacon, some hash browns, sausages, like, man, you can't go wrong. You get full too easy. Yeah, I mean, they are light and, or normally like light and fluffy. A lot of air. Yep, gotta get that wiener water soup. The artist formerly known as Prince was really into pancakes. It was a thing. Prince is from Minnesota, so maybe it's a Minnesota thing that we just like pancakes. Waffles are good too, yeah. Anti-pancakes equals immediate ban. I agree, Jim. See you later, Josh. I'm just kidding. Well, you learned something today, Zero G. Yeah, Prince is from Minnesota. There's not very many that are. It doesn't seem like anyways, but... Prince is pretty formerly now. Yeah, it's been a few years. Grumpy Old Studios, welcome in as well. He says, any excuse to have bacon is okay in my book. I just had bacon on my cheeseburger the other day. Because they're like, do you want bacon? Of course, yes. Pretty much what you said. If there's an excuse to get more bacon, yes, please. Put more bacon on it. Pancakes, where do I sign up? You're on the list, Bugrick. Welcome in as well. How are you doing, Bugrick? I put bacon on my bacon. Bacon wrapped bacon. You know, people do like bacon wrapped this and that. You do bacon wrapped bacon. Yeah, let's do it. I like the idea. Whole of pancakes or waffles? Ah, what? What did I... Oh, there is a rock there. I was like, what did I even hit? Yeah, it was hiding in the snow. Now it looks visible. I think I would go with waffles. Or, excuse me, pancakes. Waffles are good. But they're just... I don't know, I guess they're... Maybe it's a little bit more crunchy. And I think I prefer the softness of the pancakes, maybe? I don't know. I feel like pancakes are more my thing. Although you can't go wrong with either one. Again, if you have, you know, bacon, potatoes, like sausages, pancakes, waffles, any of that's all good. Finally got the Tuz 16. Very nice, Adrian. How many times a week would you eat bacon? It's a tough question because I know it's not very good for you. But, I mean, if you have like a couple slices in like a BLT, you have a couple on a hamburger, you have a couple with breakfast, maybe 4 times a week? 4 or 5? Bacon and eggs. That would be ideal. Alright, where are these going? Okay, to my right. I thought the debate was supposed to be pineapple on pizza. We've had that debate many times. Okay, another one down. What are we at now? 76%. This is actually, I think, the most percentage we've ever gotten since starting this season. 7%. Our highest was 6, I think. Let's see what else we got here. Fuel. So we know we need a lot of fuel. Well, that's just to the fuel station. That's not bad. So that's 11. Oops. And cement, pipes, more cement, planks. Okay, but what about this? Wasn't there more here? Oh, this is oil. Oil, okay. What about this one? Any more fuel? Nope. Okay, so we need 11 fuel. Oh, no, those are both oil. Wrong ones. So 3 there, and... $8 there. I'd probably have to do what, like 5 and 5? No, 5 and 6. But either way, because I can't get, I'd have, like I said, I have 4 on the trailer and 1 on my truck, so I could probably overload with 6 maximum. But we need 11, so that's a whole nother trip. Unless I get another truck. What is this? Skywatch? Do I have that one? I do. Okay. I think I'll probably end up bringing another truck, I guess. We'll see. Well, you know what I should do is grab that fuel, though. Okay, sorry guys, I'm falling behind in the chat here. Jim says I vote both. Sounds like a good idea. Also, a way to throw me into decision fatigue. And Canadian bacon is just ham, not real bacon. Yes, it's ham. If there are no burnt waffles. Sounds fair from Bugrick to 0G. Creep Lab's still your spot, #1 spot now. That might be the first time I've seen them at #1, actually. Usually there's enough talking going on that they're not in the running. Expeditions on ice. Wait, did I take... Crap. I should have fixed my truck up again. I did take some more damage when I left the first time, didn't I? This will probably be the last. The other day there was 54 people playing on Steam. New map. I got back into it after they had SnowRunner control settings. I was finally all caught up to 100% expeditions and dropped an update. Not happy. Oh no. Yeah, I've heard the player numbers are pretty low on there. Somebody could probably fact check, but I think SnowRunner has around 5,000 daily still. Or maybe I should say peak, I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Suspension's on life support. Suspension's fine. Suspension is 100% good. The engine's a little damaged though. #1 groupie. Stream Modes is always taking first place because the chats it creates. It's never been first in my stream. I don't, at least not until the last like week or two since I came back, but it's never been before that, which we've had this for a couple, like 2 months maybe. No, longer than that, three and a half maybe. Because it was here before I didn't have my computer. We played with it for a good month when Roadcraft was there. Something like that, yeah. SnowRunner is edged back ahead of Roadcraft. Oh, somebody, where'd it go? Somebody asked me if I get bored of SnowRunner, I think. I remember Joshy, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Do you get bored of SnowRunner? Yes, at times, but not really anymore. Because I used to only pretty much play SnowRunner. Now I play a couple of different games, and so it's... I have enough variety with playing some Farm Sim, playing GTA online every once in a while, playing some Roadcraft. I think that's all I'm kind of playing at the moment, but mix it up a little bit so it's not just the same thing every day. But yeah, I used to get bored of it when I was playing it every single day for like 6 months in a row. It's sort of two things. I like, it's not, because like I've told Zing before, I'm not going to do Tennessee to 100%. I refuse, because there's co-op races. I refuse. I'm not doing it. So it's not 100% that like makes me want to do it. It's, I want the completion, but it's, again, it's not 100% completion because I don't care about that one, but basically I just want to finish it. And actually this catches a lot of people off guard. I've never finished all the seasons in SnowRunner in any one save. I've completed all the way up to season 8. That's the furthest one that I have from Michigan, Alaska, Tamir, and then 1 through 8. Actually 1 through 7, I lied. Because 8 I switched over to Epic. But then on Epic I have a save where I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 done. So what's that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 7 seasons. I have 7 and 10. Those are my 2 farthest ones. So once I beat, if I beat Maine on my hard mode and then I beat Tennessee, That will be my farthest save after that. So once I start on Glades, that'll be my farthest. SnowRunner averages about 3K, 5.5 peak for the last 30 days. Okay, so it has gone down quite a bit since Roadcraft came out. It's gone roughly about halfway. Because it used to average, I think, about 5K a day. Now it's down to about 3K. Thank you for checking that, Zeb. I don't even feel like loading this, so... There we go. Oh, and actually, I brought one fuel already down towards the fuel station. I kind of forgot about this. Or maybe it was oil. But we have 6 in that case, which would mean we'd only need 5 more. So we could do 2 trailers of 5 instead of 1 out of 6. My suspension in Alaskan Road Truckers got a bit soft and wobbly earlier today. I haven't played that game in a long time. If have not played SnowRunner for ages, but it's so easy to come back to. One of my favorites stopped playing SnowRunner off their channel. Wait, oh, if one of my favorites stopped playing SnowRunner off their channel, I'll unsubscribe and leave. Fair enough. Yeah, it's very unique. You can either, or you can enter the factory building to attach that massive pipe trailer and deliver it. We've already done that. That one is done. We have one trailer left to do that requires a non-scout truck, which we have the crocodile for those missions. Hang in there, Stewie. You win the biggest mouth award in every other stream. I'll make sure it happens right here too. Creep Labs. Adrian says I play SnowRunner every other day since launch. SnowRunner is edged back ahead of Roadcraft for Grumpy Old Studios. I think I got most of them. SnowRunner seasons get better and better with models, map design, difficulty, missions, or difficulty and mission plan. Like how the pipeline you're driving next to is the large pipe. My favorite thing in SnowRunner is world building. My favorite is hauling the large trailers, but other than that, I think it's fun to overload when you have like 8 things and you're trying to navigate without like spilling them over. I find that fun, although it's not as fun with the scout trucks just because they get kind of bogged down. The other ones, it's usually just like a struggle to trying to keep the cargo on your truck because it wants to fall off all the time, but here they just like get too much weight and can't really carry them. So it's not as fun with these ones. I'm trying to think. I know somebody mentioned, I think was it Gray? Yeah. Grey Wolf mentioned Alaskan Road Truckers, and I think somebody else mentioned ATS earlier as well. We got Expeditions mentioned above. What other games do you guys play right now? I know, Stu, you mentioned a couple other games earlier as well. I know you played the old EDF. Silent Hill, I think you were playing last week. What other console slash... Oh, I did read that one earlier too, Lawrence. I was busy talking. I have not yet today. They're outside just playing. They're outside all day. In the summer anyways. Oh, shoot, can that... Okay. I thought it might catch on there for a second. We're good. A region can have incredible views and environment, but if there aren't good missions, the region is ruined. Okay. Oh yeah, let's talk about video games. Other different, can't talk. Other or different games that you guys play. Ghost Runner 1 and 2, and Mud Runner. I've never heard of Ghost Runner. What is that? Duarte says it feels like Alaska. I would say it's a lot harder than Alaska, so I wouldn't say it really feels like it, but it kind of does with, like, I don't know, this area, the little port area here. Sort of reminds me of part of it, but this one just feels way bigger. Like, Alaska kind of seems sort of more small and desolate to me for some reason. Like, this seems like it has a lot of stuff happening. Like, just a very large port area. I think my nephews might be gone, Lawrence, because it's pretty quiet today. Okay, I'm gonna stop quick. Back this up and fix that truck, because we did have a little bit of engine damage. Oh, you just saw the pipeline, it reminded you of it? I mean, it's sort of like it, just because it's snowy and icy and stuff, but other than that, I feel like it's quite a bit different. This is way harder than Alaska. I gotta see what this is here. That looks like oil. It's darker. Let me see if I can move this off. Oops, not the truck. It might be fuel. I can't quite tell. Let's see. Yeah, it's got a different icon up here. So that's oil, that's fuel. Where are they? I have no idea, Lawrence. They might be here. They've just been quiet. If they have. They could be at my brother's or sister's house. Or one of their friends' houses. Or outside. It's a nice day outside, so they might be outside. They could be watching YouTube or something, but usually in that case, I have a really poor connection. So I don't think that would be what they're doing today. Duarte says, that's nice to hear. Have you played American Wilds? I've played part of Mud Runner. I don't know. I did have American Wilds DLC. I don't know if I beat everything, though. Jim says, and on the 7th day, Stu? Yeah, American Wilds is Mud Runner. A minute 30 back, says Stu. The Resveni's tiny, I know. Compared to this thing, everything looks so small. You play as a robot in a big tower trying to keep free of dictators. Okay, interesting. That was Ghost Runner, huh? Yeah, I'm playing all kinds. We just finished EDF. Okay, you finished it. Diablo 3. Gonna start working on 4. Silent Hill. Dead Space. With my mom. Yep, I remember that. SnowRunner. World War Z, Uncharted 4, and The Last of Us 2. It's a lot of games. Good for you, Stu, though, because like I said, you kind of mix it up and keep things interesting if you're just playing. I try to keep it to a couple of games because I feel like it gets distracting when you have like 14 games and I can't, well, at least I can't seem to ever make any progress then. But yeah, if you can do like 10 different ones or whatever you got and can manage to somehow make progress, then good on you. I can't, for some reason I just can't seem to. If I play too many games, I just don't get anything done on any of them. I gotta stick to like 3 or 4. Star Rupture. I heard of that one last week or 2 weeks ago. Has taken up all my time the last couple of days. So you're the second one to mention that. I was watching the time-lapse trucker in his Kenworth C500. Makes cars look like Hot Wheels. I don't know who that is. Time-lapse trucker, huh? SnowRunner YouTuber, I would assume. Yikes. I'm gonna see if maybe I can go more to the right. I guess I was gonna try and go left, but off topic. But I went back to Vice City. It's a vibe, JJ. Yeah, I was playing it over the last couple of, well, obviously the last 2 months. Like I said, my computer was broke, and then I haven't recorded a single video since I got it back yet. I've just been busy with stuff, but I was playing it. I think I might actually have one more video left on there that I haven't put out yet, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was playing it the last couple of months before that, and it's pretty fun. I'm ready to go play some San Andreas. That's kind of been my weekend video. I still got to play through. I'm like a couple episodes away from Atomfall being done as well. Time to get some sleep here. Thanks, JJ and chat. Thank you, Zeb. Have a good rest of your day. Again, appreciate you looking that stuff up for me with the player counts and stuff like that, and getting us links when we need them. Thank you, Zeb. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. We'll see you all in the next one. Actually, I don't know. I just started going off there. I guess I'm ending stream now. I'm just kidding. It's meant for Zeb, but I just started bringing everybody into it, I guess. Alberta oilfield truck driver makes videos of him driving. Oh, okay. So it's not a real life. Wait, what? Oh, he has a C500. Oh, okay. I was thinking in game. Got confused. Okay, never mind. Josh says, in spin tires, I've never played spin tires. Yeah, you get stuck in the routine, just start saying it, and you're like, alright, these, whenever I say these, it's all stuck together. Adrian says, bye, Zeb. I see American Wilds every time I go to Walmart. Really? That's interesting. I'm not big on GTA achievements, but that's really the only thing to do after the main story, yeah. I'm not a big... I used to be, like, somewhat of an achievement hunter. Like, I would sometimes. Like, it basically depended if I liked the game or not. If I liked it, I would try for all the achievements, but if I didn't, I'd just like, whatever. I'll just play through the story and that's it, or whatever. Like, I didn't really care. So, for me, it was kind of hit or miss with the achievements, but I don't... Like, I still don't have all the achievements for SnowRunner, and I've played hours and hours and hours. Some of them I just don't really care to. But yeah, the achievements there give you something to do afterwards. But basically, to get all the achievements for the GTA games, you have to complete everything to 100%, right? You have to do all of the hidden packages, you have to do all the stunt jumps, you have to do all the rampages, do all the story missions, literally all of everything. All the RC races, off-road races, helicopter races, pretty much 100% every single thing there is to do in the game to get all the achievements. So some games are like that, but yeah, once you beat the story, you can do all the other side stuff. JJ, when I set up a Discord server, do I use it for me and my friends, or club, or community? You can do either one, Snake. You can have one just for you and your friends if you want. Or if you want to have one for a YouTube community, you can do that as well. I don't know what these friends are that you speak of. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have any with friends. I guess I think I used to be in one with Zatanna and a couple other of his friends, but I don't think they even use that one anymore. But yeah, I don't have any, like... Mine are all other people's Discords. Like, I'm in Stu's Discord, I'm in Donuts' Discord, I'm in Nathan's Discord, Zing's Discord, Rex's... Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes my suspension. But yeah, I'm not like in any Discord server with just a couple of friends or something like that. But it doesn't mean you can't be. You can definitely make another one like that if you want. Crap, we're gonna... Oof, that was close. How do you haul logs with scouts? So, have you ever heard of the futom trailers, Byro? Do I have a truck close to the garage? I do not. Do I have anything in the garage? No. Okay. There's a medium and short log trailer that you can use. And they attach to the, oh crap. Ah, come on. They attach to, the Ford F-750, the Burlak, the Earth Roamer LTI, and the Earth Roamer SX. So you can do all the short and medium ones, but the long ones, we have to use the actaeon. Luckily, here in Season 15, there's no long logs needed. So... nice save, thank you. Wonder why they want the fuel. Yeah, we're bringing it to a fuel station, so it's kind of funny. Thanks for the translation, Stu. Kind of sad it was needed. Oh, Jim means WHE, so something. Oh, when American Wilds was around in Walmart snagging up all the TP. Gotcha. Need salt on the road. Wow, best jackknife avoidance I've ever seen. I saw myself flipping right there, so I'm like, alright, time to detach. And then the trailer was like rolling by me, and I was like, I'm kind of tipping to the right still, let me attach to the trailer and try and save both of us. Oh wait, back corner. Supposed to say the, okay. Fill that up. Drop this. There we go. Pneumatic hitch quick release. Button in cab, exactly. It just disconnects all of the air hoses, the lights, whatever you need, just done. One little press. Okay, we have 3 extras here and we still need 5. So... I'm not sure what I should do, if I should bring out another truck here, or maybe I'll sleep on it. We do gotta go use the crocodile for one more thing. This looks like a saddle low, but I'm not sure. Actually, yes, yeah, it is a saddle low. Okay, we're good. To repair bridges and stuff, says Duarte. Chain tires are way more useful in Quebec than other snowy regions. There's a lot more ice. There is a lot more ice. And you get a lot more speed. It seems like the road conditions are like really good for a while. Like this whole stretch here. Obviously this is a bridge, but like you can really get going on some of these stretches, and then you hit this patch of ice here and just start sliding. Or this patch. Like, they get you going really good, and then they hit you with the ice. Whereas most regions, it's kind of like there's some mud, or there's some rocks, or trees, and so you can't... I guess you can get going in some of them, but a lot of the time there's not ice then. Can you help me? Which DLC tire is best in mud and off-road category? I don't really pay attention to off-road, but usually I use the UOD2s. If they don't have the option for mud. And then the OHDs are... I'm trying to remember, those might be off-road too. I think those are mud. No, those are mud. OHDs are really good. Oh, that's the winch you were talking about. Whoever's talking about the winch. I've seen it there. Yeah, on here I have MMDs. These are pretty good. but this truck doesn't have the same tires as some of the other ones. They're not available. If you have like, a lot of the times if you have a unique tire, they're better graded than a tire of the same class. If that makes sense. Like for example, if you have an off-road tire, the off-road tire that's unique to that truck is probably slightly better coated than some of the other off-road tires. Like it might be say a 1.5 off-road for normal tires, but then that one would be like a 1.6 or a 1.7. And that goes for pretty much all tires. Like if you have a truck that comes stock with a highway tire, it might come stock with a highway tire or as long as they're unique, I should say. If it has a unique highway tire, it's going to be 0.1 or 0.2 better than the normal highway tires, or the mud tire will be 0.1 or 0.2 better. So if you have like the P16, you want to use the stock tires, the P512. Cat 745C has different big ones that you'll want to use. The Tuz 420, you want to use the stock. W990, you want stock. I'm trying to think if there's any other. I'm probably missing quite a few, but yeah. There's a good number of them which have very good coated tires that are unique. I'm not sure where exactly I want to go with this, but I think I'll go all the way up to the gas station and drop down from there. I did try and clip it, Lawrence. I don't know if I guess I didn't really pay attention to if it actually recorded or not, but I tried to. Once you guys both said it was a good one, I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. I'll clip it. So I pushed the button. I didn't pay attention if it recorded or not, but Lawrence is headed out. Thank you, Lawrence. Have a good rest of your night. We will see you in the next one. I'm sure I'll be following you very shortly here. I kind of want to attach to that, but like I said, I'm trying not to use the trucks unless they're scouts, so try not to be useful for it at all. Oh, so I see Adrian says OHD 3s, Stu says OHD 1s, and UOD 2s. Yeah, I think OHD 1s I'm pretty sure are the best, one of the best mud tires because they're heavy. I'm not sure about the 3s. Probably heavy as well, but maybe slightly less mud rating or something. And then yeah, I like the UOD 2s. There's another one I can't. It's basically the JAT version. I can't remember what they are, but they have slightly better thickness, but they're a little bit worse in mud. And I can't remember. I think it's 0.1 or 0.2. But for me, I don't like the trade-off. I prefer the UOD 2s. If you're using the Scouts, though, you want the MS3s, JAT MS3s if you have them. Stu downloaded every mod, all 2,304 pages worth. It takes him and a co-op partner 2 hours to decide what they want to use. That's funny. That's like the one time you can actually burn Stu. Is like, yeah, it takes you 3 hours to figure out which mods you're going to use. You got so many of them, jeez. That is funny. Leave it to Jim to poke fun at Stu. In Yukon, I can grab the cargo that is on the construction houses to rebuild bridges and stuff, or will it be needed later? You need, like, for example, you can get bricks from like a house that you deconstruct, right? You'll need more bricks later, but there's other houses around. Like there's more than enough cargo. It's more of a matter of where you want to grab it from. So you could try to like prioritize. If you look at where you need bricks, you might be able to say, well, there's bricks way up in this warehouse, and then there's a house next to it I can deconstruct. It'll give me some more. So I guess I'll use these bricks farther in the south because then I don't have to travel quite as far. You know, like you have more bricks in the north when you need them, kind of thing. That's about all I can really tell you is like just try to plant, like look at where you need them and where you have them. Welcome back in, RXY. Good night, y'all. Ivano, you headed out? Sorry, probably got around to that a little bit late. Which is the best mod? Does anybody know? Oof, that's a good question. It's got to be one of the AGL mods, right? I hear about those all the time. That's what Bryce uses, the AGLs. They're like crazy overpowered. Can take like a bajillion damage. They can drive underwater. They have like invisible snorkels and pretty much everything you could want. Oh, Duart, you just started the other day? I thought you've been playing for a while. You just been following the channel, huh? I see. Welcome in, King Blaze. Because I know you were playing Roadcraft, right? Is that where you found me when I was playing Roadcraft, and then you've been kind of following this? Whoop. Jeez. It's kind of a rude by that barrier there. It threw me around a little bit. Started in Yukon? Oof. That's like one of the worst, not worst, hardest regions to start with. There's just so much materials. Alright, let's repair that croc. Oops. The Bart's mods are pretty OP, but can be fun. I will second that. One of the only mods that I know is the Bart's Goliath, so... And I know that one's really strong. I don't know about the rest of them, I guess, but... I can assume. Alright. So, I am gonna go and eat here in just a minute. I'm gonna bring this... Oh wait, hang on a second. I gotta see if this is where I thought it was. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna travel down this road, go down here, follow this, over, and once we get to here, that's where we'll end, so it'll be a couple minutes. The AGL only makes tweaks. I like Diesel Addicts, but it's personal it's personal preference. There are OP mods, Vanilla Plus, and some crazy people make mods that make the game harder. Sorry, JJ, I'm playing in order. Finished Cola and then started Yukon. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Yukon will probably be one of the longer ones. It's just it's only 2 maps, but the amount of materials you need, I know you're probably getting into it now with like the deconstructing of the houses and stuff, but it's a lot of stuff. There's one called Reinvigorating the Old Mines, and I can't remember exactly how many it has, but I remember saying 64 slots worth, and Zing telling me that that was wrong. So I want to say it's like 72. I think that might be right, but I know it's more than 64. So 65 plus slots of cargo for one mission. And there's like, I would say there's like 8 big ones on that. There's 4 on the first and 4 on the second. Oh wait, if I missed my turn, it's right here. Okay, we're good. We're good. So yeah, if you think of like most of your trucks are like, oh, don't. That was about to tip over. Most of the trucks carry 2 to 5 slots, right? You'll have a 5-slot semi-trailer behind you or something, or a 2-slot bed. So Yeah, it's a lot of trips. I mean, it's a lot of trips even if you throw on extra cargo. Like, you say, if you have a 5-slot trailer and you throw on 10 slots worth of stuff, that's still, you know, 12, 13 times. No, sorry. 13 sets of 5 is what I was thinking. So it'd be like 6, 7 trips of 10 slots each. And most of the time, you can't just get 10 straight slots. Right? Like, you can't just get 10 bricks from one place and then 10 planks from another and 10 beams. Or I guess it'd be 5 beams, but like, you have to go to one spot to get 2 beams, go to another to grab a beam, and then go to another to grab 2 rolls, and yeah, it's kind of a lot of back and forth. What's the best way to get to the other map? Which season are you on, Josh? Season 4 still? Because that one, there's only one, well, I guess one gateway, so there's not really much, like, route. I mean, I guess there's different routes to go, but, like, you have to end up at that one gateway, so. Some maps have multiple gateways, so you can choose, oh, you want to go to the left here, or to the north one, or to the west, or whatever. I guess left would be the west, but. Oh, he's on Yukon now? Oh, sorry. Stu's above comment, I think, was more related. So he said, I think it's 72 to 75. Biggie and I did it recently working on Yukon with my OP playthrough. Gotcha. So this is the last trailer we got to deliver with this truck here. But I guess I got to get a crane out here because apparently I didn't load it up on there. Like an idiot. Now I gotta bring everything back out. Well, actually, I guess I could deliver this without it, right? I could deliver it without it and then just throw that on like the Ford or something. Because this one's on here. This one could be brought back. Wait, that has... Oh, it has fuel in it because I need to bring in the trailer. That's right. Alright. I will play until I'm not enjoying it anymore, then I'll move on. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Duarte. Or, well, I guess I was gonna say you could switch it up with some other games, but if you're not having fun with it, there's no reason to do that, I guess, right? But alright guys, that is where I'm gonna end it. It's time for me to go and eat. So hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for stopping in.